Hello there, and we are live. See ya, ladies and gentlemen. You're welcome to see ya, guys. Episode 4, season 1, of this show. Of course, between me and my brother, on the mess OJ, you see the level of cockiness, He doesn't even put his name on streams again, yeah. This is what pisses me off with City fans. Yeah, look at his name, City. Like, see, doesn't it piss you off when you see things like this? Well, that's what I have to deal with. Yeah, but guys, see, of course, it's the best of frenemies. Yeah, so anything is obtainable on this show. Yeah, guys. Yeah, you see me and this guy will argue, we shout, we rant, we scream. Everything is, bro, no hold bars. Yeah, everything happens on this show. It's the best of frenemies. Yeah, and no other person than my partner in crime. Yeah, on a mess OJ. You're welcome to the show, brother. How are you doing?
Certainly, man. I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, I'm here.
Mm, mm, mm. Brother, man. See, and guys, guys, who are gonna pop in into the show, later on, the show link is inside it's in the comment section, so you could just copy paste, pop in, and let's have a show. Yeah, let's talk in. So each person that comes in, of course, 10 minutes. You can come in, have your say for about 10 minutes before you bump out of the show. Yeah, and allow me and Onome continue our bickering and our hate for each other. See, Onome, man. What do you have? See, I've not really picked your mind, on that Arsenal Chelsea game in this past weekend. What
hmm
do you want to say about that, man? What do you have in your chest to bring out about that game?
I said at the beginning of the season, I told you, I said Chelsea are going to finish top four. And, you know, call me crazy or whatnot, whatnot. I just feel like it's too big of a club. They've got too many talented players not to eventually click and
Mm,
start to win games, right? Their attacking threat is frightening. They go in January and get a striker, even without getting a striker, they still got good players in their attacking threats, in their attacking lineup, right?
yeah.
Um, the Chelsea versus Arsenal game, I had a feeling that Arsenal was going to struggle. To be honest, I had a feeling Arsenal was going to struggle because Chelsea just started to find a rhythm, find a formation, find their style of play. You know what I mean?
Mm,
Raheem
mm,
Sterling, as obviously everybody knows, I speak very highly of him. He's a player I rate so much on and off the pitch on
mm,
what he does and what he's doing. He's just a fighter. He's just a true example of like just work hard.
mm,
Blank or not is just work hard and you let your football do the talking. It's one of those players that everybody hates him, but when you then sit down, you go, why do I hate him? He's in the 100 club, a winger. He's in the 100 club. He's won ridiculous amount of trophies. He's barely injured, right? He's played so many games. He's barely injured. He's always fit. He represents Chelsea or wherever team he plays for and England. Comes back from international. Like the guy is just a true example of a professional footballer, and he's starting to pick form. And I always said Ryan Sterling just needs an arm around his shoulder for a manager to just hit him in the chest and say, "You're my
But,
guy."
but again, it's not like Sterling. It's not like Sterling. Has bamboozled the league this season, man. It's
It's
not
not
like
bamboozle the league, but you
it,
just
it,
you got
it's
you
not
got to
it's not
watch
like
the
his
game to
form.
know that he's
It's not like he has hit top form. He hasn't
he,
hit
he has
top
hit,
form.
he has
We we,
easy
we
from
do know. See on
easy
the
from.
we do know Sterling. Yeah, we do know Sterling for Liverpool. We do know Sterling more for Manchester City. His displays, on a Chelsea shirt, he hasn't hit that kind of form that he hit in Manchester City. Probably, I know. Probably, maybe it's because of the wealth of players, around him at City. But again, at Chelsea Football Club, man, you're a big player. You're one of the most experienced player in that Chelsea team. They have lots of youths around them. He should be the one, leading the line. But again, I won't really say that he has hit top form for Chelsea, man.
He's
He hasn't really been scoring goals this season for them. Uh, neither are those assists coming in from him too. So you know, you can talk Sterling all you want, man, but I haven't seen him hit top gear this season, man.
Yes, I mean it depends what you want to see and what you want to class as top gear. The games I've watched
I want
and
to see him. I
I've
want to
seen
see
him.
him
I've seen
score
him
goals.
cooking. I've seen him.
I want to
Yes,
see him score goals. I want to see him score goals. I want to see him give an assist. That's what he always do in when he
and
was at City.
he's
And
doing that.
no,
He's doing
no, no,
that.
no.
He
How
is
many
doing that.
goals has he scored this season, on the man? How
He's
many goals has Sterling
listen.
scored?
I'm not saying he scored a bundle of goals, but he's a winger at the end of the day, right? So at the end of the day, right, you've got to go to the
Was
City team,
oh
and
no man, was
you've
he
got to
scoring
see
for
you've
Man
got to
City?
see.
Yes or
Hold on.
no? Was he
Hold,
scoring for City? Yes or
it's
no?
two different teams. It's two different teams.
No,
Tony, you put
then
me in
why are
that
you
you put
saying
me in that Man
no?
City
Then
team,
then
I
why
get
are you
double
saying that
figures.
he has hit top form? He hasn't hit top
He,
form.
he is he's hitting form, I said. He's hitting form. I can see the
Okay,
Ryan Sterling of the
o-
past. I
okay,
can see the
so
Ryan Sterling of the past
he
coming
hasn't hit
on.
top form yet. He hasn't
No,
hit
he
top
hasn't hit
form
top
yet.
form. I don't think he's hit
Exactly.
top
Yeah,
form.
good. Then
But
keep it on the low.
he's
Don't
hitting
air
form.
out him.
I'm
Come
not
on, man.
riding him. I'm saying he's hitting form. When I watch Ryan Sterling play, I want to jump off my seat. I want to be excited. When Ryan Sterling is running at players and he's just literally just running, that's when you know that he's feeling himself. He's ready. He's feeling himself. When he spun Arsenal a couple of times and he's running down the wing, I was like, okay, that's the Sterling I know, right? There's certain players that you're used to certain performances, right? So when I watch the City team play, for example, and I
Mm,
see Phil Foden not driving at players and
yeah.
always passing back or cutting back, passing. And I'm like, come on, Phil. That's not the Phil I know. But when I see Phil Foden driving at players, he's getting kicked and he's like, he's driving up. I'm like, yeah, that's the Phil Foden I know. He's not going to succeed all the time. Doesn't mean he succeeds all the time, but
Mm,
he's playing his game. You mean? So when they're playing their game, when they're showing what their game is, like if you watch your wingers play, right?
yeah.
And right now you're complaining about Odegaard, right? The reason why
Yeah.
you're complaining about Odegaard, he's not playing those through balls in, right? He's
Mm,
not playing that penetrating pass where he's creating chances. And you're seeing it and you're going, Odegaard is not, it's not himself. But when he's doing it, even if he's getting it wrong, you know that he's doing it, he's trying. Odegaard is one of your best pressers in that team. Odegaard will
mm.
chase down and press, but he's not doing that. So you know he's not himself totally, right? That's what I mean about Ryan Sterling. I can see that he's doing the things that he wants to do. And the reason why he's doing that is because the manager has put his arm around him and the manager is saying, listen, you're my guy. And that's why
Again,
he's doing that.
see, on the Messi, I have a problem with that, man. Because we have seen Sterling, we've seen him hit top gear in football clubs. I've seen him hit top gear in Liverpool. I've seen him hit top gear at Man City, plus goals even. Yeah, forget his
Mhm,
assists, forget
mhm,
those dashing runs at Man City. Yeah, I'm talking of his goals per se.
mhm,
He
mhm.
hasn't replicated that for Chelsea Football Club, and that's what I'm saying. So I beg to differ when I tell you that Raheem Sterling hasn't hit top form for Chelsea Football Club. He
Of
hasn't.
course he
So,
hasn't.
so
It's Chelsea
yeah,
Football
yeah,
Club.
he
They
hasn't.
had
He
to build
hasn't.
they had to build a changing room to accommodate the players they were signing. They had to
Yeah,
get frigging cabins in. You know the porter cabins, you know the frigging caravan things. They had to go and get them in so that the change room could be extended. Right now they're getting rid of players and the change room is coming back to normal. Like, come on, man. How can a professional player come out and say we had to extend our changing room to accommodate players? And you're calling that a stable club? It wasn't stable. Now they got Pochettino in, who is a very, very good manager. Everybody knows that, right? He's going to stabilize the club. And that's what he's doing right now. He's stabilizing the club and he's getting his arm around Sterling. And he's saying, Sterling, you're my guy, right? Do your thing for me. Listen, Potter used to play Sterling right wing back, left wing back. What the hell do you expect him to do at right wing back and left wing back?
Wait,
What?
wait. Because I was
What?
just on. I was just watching a Chelsea fan show. Yeah, Carefree Lewis. I like the guy real well. Yeah, and the guy talks football quite well. And of course, he has a very very good panel. Yeah, that usually talk Chelsea football. I see. Yeah, Pochettino. Why are we saying that Chelsea are back?
I never
Right?
said Chelsea are back. I never
Why
said
are we
Chelsea are back.
saying Chelsea
Chelsea
are back?
never left
So
for me.
because so wait,
Chelsea are going to finish top four. I said
so
that from the beginning of
suddenly,
the season.
yeah, because Chelsea drew with Arsenal at home, not even away, at home. Yeah, they are back. So because
Tony,
Chelsea beat a string B Brighton side, yeah, they are back. So because Chelsea managed to beat Fulham, who are the whipping. But come on, man, Tottenham Hotspurs whooped
Okay.
them the other day.
Can I
So
can I say
so
something?
so suddenly they are back.
Okay. Can I say something?
See, man, we have to be very careful. Where see, yeah, these were the guys that you said that. Mind you, Onome, you said Arsenal was not gonna get top four this season.
I
Hope
said
you
Chelsea are
remember.
going to finish top four. Yes.
Wait, Onome. See, we're not gonna do it in that way. You cannot put words in my mouth. You remember that you said that
Yes, and I
Arsenal was
still
not
stand
gonna
by
get top
it.
four.
And
Oh
I
yeah,
still
yeah,
stand
good.
by it.
Yeah, no, you have to stand by it. You
Of
can't change
course.
it. You
Of
can't
course. I'm
change it.
staying with my chest.
Okay, good. No problem, man. But right now, your team, your so-called invincible team, yeah, are
And
beating the season.
who said invisible? We never said invisible. Why are you not saying that? We never said invisible.
Your so-called invincible team,
Who
yeah,
said
is
invisible?
beating
You
the
see, you're
season.
putting words in our mouth. We never said we
Arsenal
were
is
invincible.
unbeaten this season. But
That's
see, yeah,
great for you, son.
yeah, it's great. It's great, man, because this is the football club that you disrespected. Yeah, you
I
threw
didn't
your hate.
disrespect you. I
You
gave
threw
an
your hate on
opinion.
this club. See,
I
Ola,
didn't disrespect you. I gave an opinion. An
see,
opinion is
Onome,
not disrespect.
see, Onome, but you, again, you bro. But check, no, see, yeah,
An opinion is
check.
not disrespect, is it?
No, I get, but check the train of thought. Yeah, check the train of thought. This is a football club. Yeah, that chased City to the end, to the latter last season.
Not to the
See,
end, but
Onome,
yeah, we'll go with that.
Onome, what are you talking? Onome, see,
Did you
these
chase
are the
us to
kind of
the
bias.
end? Just
These
did
are
you
the
chase us to the end? Was it the
no,
last
bro,
day of the season?
no,
Did we win the league on the
bro.
last day? Or did
But
we
it
have
was
games to
five
play?
points. It was 5 points. What are you
No, did we?
saying?
You didn't chase. Listen, chasing us to the end is us versus Aston Villa on the last game of the
You won the
season
league.
and
See,
Liverpool on the other side. That's chasing us to the end.
See, you did not win. You did not win the league until at least after the last 4 games of the season.
Yeah, four
We
games to go.
agree.
That's a lot of
Yeah,
games,
then
bro.
it's not like you won
That's not to the
It's
end.
not like you, no. It's not like you won the league like 10 games, 6 games, 7 games. You won it like you even needed even the third
There's
game
a
to
comment
last.
here. There's a comment here,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Oh,
Head
let
to
me
there
have to
saying
agree. Sterling looks fit
yes,
again.
yes,
Let's see when they
Johnny.
get on Cuckoo in to link up with him. That is a very good comment. He looks fit. He looks sharp. I know Sterling. I've been watching Sterling for years. I know Sterling. I know when Sterling is Sterling. There was a time when Sterling fell out with Pep, right? And Sterling would not move. When he was playing for City, Sterling would not make an in behind run. He was always coming inside and just passing the ball. I know Sterling like the back of my hand, right? Sterling is sharp right now. Sterling is ready. Sterling is sweating before he comes out of the changing
How
room.
many
And
goals
I
have
love
he
Sterling.
scored? Onome, see. Do you know what people will ask you? It's just the same question I've asked you. How many goals have he scored? That's the question.
I have to Google
How
it and know
many
because I don't
goals have
support Chelsea, so I don't really
that,
know of heart. I have to
that's what
Google it.
I'm saying.
When I Google
He
it, I will come
hasn't.
back to
See,
you.
you cannot say that a forward player has hit top gear
It's not a
without
striker.
scoring
It's not a
goals.
striker. He's a winger.
Even okay, see, I'll even turn it up a notch. Modric is more informed than Sterling. How about that?
No, no, no,
How
Tony.
about
Come on,
that?
man.
He scored
Tony, come
goals
on
in
now.
no
Tony,
no no
come
no
on.
no no no
Tony,
no
come
no no.
on.
Wait on the man. He is more
Tony.
informed right now.
How? How?
He
How and
has
why?
scored more goals. See, he has scored more goals for Ukraine.
No,
He has
Modric don't
scored
have
more
more
goals
goals
for
than
Chelsea.
Modric don't have more goals than Sterling.
Wait, let me get
I
my
have
point.
internet in front of me.
Onome,
That yeah.
let me get my point across. See,
Go on then, bro.
Modric Modric has scored goals for Chelsea. Yeah?
Not more
He's
goals than Sterling.
listen, just Onome. Why Onome, I think see here, Onome, I'm not even blaming you. I think you have a listening problem. You have a problem.
Ah, wow.
No,
Insult.
no,
Jesus. Are
it's
you
not
talking about disrespect? You're
no, it's
disrespecting me in front of live TV. Jesus.
no,
Hey,
Onome,
my
no.
God.
You have a problem
Hey.
listening to other people. I listened to you, I kept quiet. Now it's my turn to talk. You just keep, but again, I sense it. Yeah. And again, it's the character. Yeah. It's the character of City fans right now. See, Onome, when I beat City fans, City, when I beat you at the Emirates, yeah, I saw the ego. I saw the ego. I saw the pain. Yeah. Sip out of your players. They wanted to fight. They
Mm.
started a fight. They started a fight in our stadium. They started a fight. Yeah. And it's the same thing you're doing. Yeah. See, Onome, we chased you guys for the title last season. Yeah.
Mm.
And then
You
when you
do.
came to the show here, when you came to, I think, one of the shows before we started this season, you came and you disrespected Arsenal.
It's
You
not disrespect,
disrespected
it's
the
an
fans.
opinion.
And then you said, Arsenal was not gonna qualify, was not gonna get top four this season. Now on a Messi, yeah, judging from judging from the history, yeah, of Arsenal in the past season, yeah, you ought not to make that statement. That I count it as a big, big, big disrespect of Arsenal. You disrespected us when you said that we're not going to qualify or
Can
get
I
top four
can I can I
this season. A big, big, big slap on our
can I
face.
make it can
If
I
it
make a
was
statement
no, no,
again?
no, no, wait. If it was Liverpool that came second last season, Onome, you would not disrespect them in that way. You would not say Liverpool won't get top four. And again, to even because I've got you on a chokehold right now, yeah. Liverpool did
Please
not
do.
get top four. Yeah, Liverpool did not get top four, but you put them in your top four this season.
Yes,
That
because that's Liverpool.
again, that's the
Do you know
biggest
who they
disrespect
are? Those guys
again.
are animals. They're
I
baby sheeps.
good, good. You can say animals. You can say animals, but who are the animals right now? We're top of the league. So what? What?
You're not top of the
What?
league.
What?
Tottenham is top of the league. Tottenham is top of the league. You're not top of the
See,
league.
top three. What
You're
top
not
three?
top of the league.
I know
Tottenham is
we're
top of
top
the league.
three. We're top
Okay.
three on it. We're
Okay, you're
top
top
three.
three. Okay. You're not
We're
even
top
above
three.
City that you beat. So I don't know what you're talking about. But
No,
yeah, okay.
no, we're at the same point with you on man.
Oh, yeah, but you're not above City though. That's what I'm saying to
No,
you.
we
You're
said
not top of
no.
the
We said
league. You're not above
so.
City.
Okay, so
So
now,
calm down.
what's your ego all about? What's your big chest all about right now?
My
What's your ego
I don't have
right
a
now?
big chest. I don't have a big chest. What I'm saying to
Your
you is
ego
this.
right now.
I will I don't have an ego. What I'm saying to you is this. I'm saying
No,
I
you
still
clearly
stand
had an
by my
ego when you
statement.
said that Arsenal was not going to qualify, was not going to
I
get
still
top
stand
four.
by it.
That,
I
that's
still
a
stand
big
by it.
ego. That's a big
No, it's not
chest.
an ego.
So where is
It's
the
an
chest right
opinion.
now in the league table? Where is the chest? Where is the
Tony,
chest?
you're making the same mistake as you made last season, bro.
Oh
Last
my
season
God!
you
How?
was hyping and piping about you
How
winning the
are we
league.
hyping? Deji Sports
You
is
were
everywhere saying that they're gonna win the league. Yeah, him and some
yeah,
other of his
that's the
Tottenham
sport.
cronies
That's
are
his
out there
business.
saying they're gonna win the league. So
I'm
I
saying to
don't
you,
have, so I don't have the right to say I'm gonna get top four. Come on, man. What
I'm
are you?
saying to you, you're doing the same mistake. Right
If this
now,
Tottenham Hotspur fans are saying they're gonna get top four, they're gonna win the league. They're saying they're gonna win the league. So I don't have a stake in the
you
claim of top four.
remember what
It,
I
it,
said to Deji? Remember what I
disrespect,
said to Deji on your show? Remember what I said to Deji on your show? I said, Deji, he's got a better chance of going to Sainsbury's and buying a teacup, a mug, whatever kind of cup he wants to buy. Or order it online. That will arrive a lot sooner than Tottenham winning a cup or Tottenham winning the league. So let's just forget Tottenham. Tottenham is just getting a good start and prepping themselves to try and finish top four, right? Which,
mm,
but they missed out on it, if I remember rightly, right?
mm.
Did they get top four last season? Yes,
Um,
they did, did they?
guys in the chat here. This is a call-in show, so the link is
Someone
in the
call in and
chat
break
here.
this up because
Someone call in, man. Someone call in, man.
Someone call
Liquid
in, someone
danger.
call in.
Liquid danger is in the house, man. See, liquid
Someone give us a
danger.
call. Give us a call. Tell
See,
us what
yeah,
you
that's
think.
my goon, man. See, that's my goon. Liquid danger, man. That's my goon, man. That's my goon. He's here, man. Arsenal fan, true and true, true-blooded, man. Liquid
What do you
danger.
think of Tony? What do you
Big
think
ups to
of
you, man. Big ups to
what do you
you,
think of
MC.
Tonelli's ban recently?
That's a big topic, man. You know, we have to separate it, but MUFC Global is down here with us on a man. He's here to talk to us, man. He's here to talk to us, man. And you know
Best
what? Yeah,
caller, say your mind.
MUFC
Say your
Global,
mind.
MUFC Global is a Manchester United fan.
Say your mind. Say your mind. Say your mind. Say your mind. Let's go.
MUFC Global, talk to us, man.
What's on your mind?
Okay, he's I don't know, it's not
You need
working.
to, yeah, it's not
MUFC
working.
Global, you have to go in and come back again.
Or maybe MUFC, maybe go and buy a T-Mobile top up to connect the internet.
Team of oh God. On
I'm ready.
MEFC,
I'm smoking
MEFC,
people today, boy.
MEFC Global.
Top up your
Do
phone
you see
before
how
you call.
Onome is disrespecting you, Man United fans? Look at how it's disrespecting you, Man United
And
fans.
I said that because the
Here
man you
today,
fan as well. Top up your T-Mobile before you call.
here today is down here. Here today says Tony. We have to be honest. Ateta cracked, and we didn't properly challenge to the end. No, I get it. I get it. Here today, I get it. I get it. I totally get it. that we did not, push them till the final day. But see, in the grand scheme of things, Arsenal was the only team that were pushing these guys to the title. That's what I'm saying. And we stayed in that spot for about 248 days. I'm not saying it's a great thing. I'm not saying it's a who kind of stuff to be in that at the top of the table for 248 days. No, I'm not saying that. But I'm saying in the grand scheme of things, we're the only one chasing that title. And you know what it means to chase City without even the kind of resources to actually go at City for that. So I'm really seeing that, see here today, yeah, Arsenal, we're being disrespected. How about that? Yeah. We did not even have near, near the resources, yeah, these guys had. And we went in with about 5 points. Yeah. So see, man, if you don't want to give us props, I'll give us props for that. Although I like standards, I want to win trophies. I don't think just chasing City for the title is enough. I want to win the big trophies. I don't really think Mikel Arteta is in on his depth on this one, and I think this would be a break, a make or mar season for Mikel Arteta. He has to win the big trophies for us this season. He has to win the big trophies. And again, it feels good. Yeah. When was the last time? When was the last time we beat Man City at home, guys? When was the last time?
8 years
When was
ago,
the last time?
8 years ago,
eight
something
years
like that.
ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And we did it this season. So
I, I,
don't tell me we don't have a chance against
I
this
saw, I
City
saw, I
lots.
saw a
Don't
comment,
tell me we don't have a chance against this lots, man. Don't tell me,
Tony.
man. On a
I
man, say
saw,
something, man.
I saw a
Liquid
comment
Danger,
from
pop into the
somebody.
show, man. The show link is down there. Come and break this tie between me and Onome, man. Onome,
I saw a
speak
comment,
that line,
right?
man.
I saw a comment on someone said, "Oh yeah, something about their back or something because they beat City or something like that. That they challenging all the rivals." And I said, to be honest, I said, listen, when you drive, Tony, right? You have a car, you drive. Most of our audience here they drive, right?
See.
And I don't know, like you have a one-way street
Mm,
and you got the arrow, the blue arrow, the white arrow, and the blue thing, one-way street. It says one way.
mm,
You can only go
yeah.
one direction, right? But then
Mm,
occasionally, you get this novice, maybe new in the area or just forgot or something,
yeah.
and that
Mm,
person is going the other direction, and you get
mm,
everybody stop the person, and say, whoa, 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 stop! It's a one-way street.
mm,
Yeah, you know what
mm,
I'm talking
mm,
about. That's
mm.
exactly what just happened with Arsenal beating City after 8 years. A one-way street, and you got just one victory of like, whoa, 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 you're going to the wrong direction, and everyone's like, whoa, whoa, stop, mate, reverse round. That's that's
Uh,
that's literally what it is.
Onome, I'm sorry. I'm sorry you don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, I'm sure you don't know what you're talking about, man. I beat you. I beat you to the first trophy of the season. What are you talking, man? No, no,
I'm
no,
glad.
no,
I'm
no.
glad you listened to my analogy to the end. I got there in the end.
I, I kept quiet because I'm a
I'm
gentleman.
glad
I
you
keep quiet
listened.
and listen to you. But when I want to make my point, you will laugh, you will talk, you
Make your
will
point. Make your
contradict
point.
me. See, man. See, I think you're waffling, man. You're waffling because you know what I said. You're waffling. We beat you for the first trophy this season. What is the one way you're talking about, man?
Oh,
You're
that,
waffling.
oh, that, that
We
breakable plate,
beat you for a
that
plate you
breakable plate,
competed
that breakable
against.
plate trophy, that breakable
Good,
plate, you got
but we
trophy.
beat you. It's a community shield. At the end
Oh,
of the
jeez,
day, it's a
okay.
trophy in the bag. It's a
What
trophy in
about
the
you?
bag.
Did you get
It's
a
a
sword with the
community
shield?
shield.
Did you get the
No, it's
sword
a
with the shield?
see, see now you're out here disrespecting shields. Good, no problem. But that's a community
We don't
shield.
rate it. We don't
Yeah,
rate it. I'm
and
not
it's
gonna
in
lie
the
to you. We don't
bag.
rate it.
Good, good, good. But you've won numerous community shields. What are you talking about?
Yeah, it's a preseason game for us, and we won them with youth team players.
Good, good. It's okay. But we did win the community shield, and we did
Yeah,
beat
no.
you. We beat
hmm
you for that community shield. So
We
yeah,
we
we
did
beat
invite
you.
you. We did
No, no, no,
invite you
no.
to it. We did
Good.
invite you to it.
What that say? I don't care
We
about
didn't
who
get a thank you.
invited or who didn't invite anyone. We
You
beat you
didn't
for that.
qualify to. You
We
didn't
beat
qualify to play for it.
no problem. But we beat you. We beat you. At the end of the day,
it
we
should have
beat
been.
you for it.
It should have been
And
City versus City.
see on me, yeah. See, in the grand scheme of things, yeah, I do really think that uh uh Mikel Arteta, yeah, he's not a coach I really have big confidence in right now.
Mm.
But again, man, I think he has Pep's number. It has Pep's number in games that count. In the FA Cup, in his first trophy. He beat Pep to it. He won that trophy. Trophy in the bag
Wow.
in the big game. No,
Wow.
no, 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 no.
Wow.
No, let's check in the grand
Wow.
scheme of things. No, no, no. In
Wow.
the grand scheme of things, yeah. See, in an
Okay.
FA Cup, see, that's a trophy. It's a trophy, yeah. That's the oldest. In case you want to put dust on the FA Cup, that's the oldest cup game
Was
in the
last
world.
season was last season
See,
league games not just grand?
on a man,
Same
let me
thing.
finish my point. You see, you
Okay.
you know, I know
Sorry.
the ego in you does it. You don't want me to get that point across because
No, because you don't let me talk after your point.
you know. See, the fact still remains. Yeah, Mikel Arteta did beat Pep Guardiola. On the chase for his first trophy in the semi-finals of the FA Cup.
Mm-hmm.
He did
That's
beat
true.
Pep
That's that.
Guardiola for the first trophy this season, the Community Shield. Yeah,
Mm.
yeah, good. And again, in a game that matters this season, in a game that matters, in a game that you guys disrespected us and said you're gonna come to the Emirates and smash us up. Yeah.
Who said that? We never said that. Who said
You
that?
said that. You said that you were gonna smash us, man. What are you saying? Are you now saying we're
I said
gonna
we're
get a
gonna win.
draw?
I said we're gonna win
On a,
two
I
one.
asked on a should I
I
put
didn't say
specimen
smash you.
on
I
a
said we're gonna win two
should I put
one.
the receipt? Should I put
I
the
said we're
receipt
going
on
to
the
win
show?
2-1. But you're saying it like we said that it's a
No, you
write-off.
said
We're
you
gonna
were gonna
smash you.
smash us, bro. You said you were
No.
gonna smash us. Why acting as if you said we were gonna draw? You said you were gonna smash us. That's what you said. So
Mhm.
see, Onomeya, you came to the Emirates and then we smashed you. See, man.
1-0 is not a smashing, Tony. That's why
I
I'm
know,
just
but we
talking about
beat you.
the word
See
smashing.
whether
1-0 is not
okay, good,
smashing.
but we
It's
smash
a
you, but
victory. Yes.
we beat
It's
you, we
not.
beat
Yeah,
you.
you've
Yeah,
won
but we beat
1-0.
you.
It's not a
Yeah, we
smashing.
beat you. We
A
beat you. We
smashing,
beat
a
you.
smashing
Yeah,
is free. Is 3-1 at your home ground last season.
good,
A
but we beat
smashing
you.
is 3-1 at the Etihad last season. That's
Oh no, man,
smashing.
we beat you. I don't
Yes,
care
you did.
whatever word you wanna, but we
Well
beat
done.
you. You came to
Do
the
you want the
Emirates,
Do you want the Premier League now?
bro, but we beat you, man. We just
Do you
beat the
want the
champ.
Premier League now?
See, you know what? On a man, see, man, that's childish, bro. That's
It's
childish,
not.
man. That's childish, man. Why are you saying this? Do they win trophies after 9 games?
Ah,
Do they?
someone just asked a question. Just someone just asked a question.
Oh no,
Does
man,
David Raya
answer
hold
my
on?
own question. No, answer my
Go on.
question.
What's
Do
your
they win
question?
trophies after 9 games?
I should be telling you that. You was the one celebrating last season
Dude,
that you won the trophy already and lost
dude,
it.
how am I celebrating? I just said that we beat you. Is that celebrating that we won the trophy? What is this? What is this? And
Everybody that
see,
watches your show know that you celebrate too early. So let's not even go there. Let's not go there with your show. Everybody knows you celebrate too early for trophy. So let's not go there. Okay. Someone just
here
asked me
to
a
the,
question. Someone
yeah,
just
here
asked me
to
a
the,
question. Do I think that David
yeah.
Raya remind me of Claudio
No,
Bravo?
we'll come to that question. Oh no, man, we got time. Don't worry. You're running faster, bro. Don't worry. We'll, we'll get there. Don't worry. He has rolled his eyes. I don't know when on the man rolls down his eyes, and I just looking at this guy.
Mm.
Here today is down here with us, man. That's our big brother. Liquid Danger is down here with us. And here today says Tony Onome. Thoughts on David Raya? Onome, does David Raya remind you of Claudio Bravio's time with you? We'll come to that question later on. Yeah. For now, we have MUFC Global. That's my guy. Yeah. MUFC Global. Yeah. It's the guy that does all the old graphics, all the graphic stuff going on my channel. This is the guy. Yeah. But again, yeah, he's not an Arsenal fan. Or this guy, yeah, he's a Man United fan. And Onome, you just disrespected him, yeah, a few minutes ago.
I was only joking.
No, I know it's a joke. We all know it's banter, man. But again, you just disrespected MUFC Global. MUFC Global. Did you hear what he said to you?
You see, he's run out of airtime again. You see,
Is
I
when
didn't disrespect him. He's run out of
MUFC
airtime
Global.
again.
It's right to disrespect you, man.
He's run out of airtime again. He missed MUFC. Put
It's right
about
to
maybe like £40 top up before you connect. The £10 you're putting, once you just enter, fiam, they've taken it. Your
Onome,
credit is
please.
running low. Please top up.
Oh no, man. Please answer the question that I had today put forward before you, man.
No, no, it doesn't remind me of Claudio Bravo. Claudio Bravo was nowhere near as good as Raya is, to be honest. Claudio Bravo was good on his feet, don't get me wrong, good shot stopper and that, but the calamity in Claudio Bravo, when you're watching Claudio Bravo play back then, Every shot was a goal. Anybody that shoots was a goal. It was that, it was that bad. It was that embarrassing. So no, it was nowhere near. It was nowhere near. That's not a true reflection at all. At all.
Mm. Big up to Liquid Danger. Liquid Danger says here, big up Tony. Big up to you, Liquid Danger. See yeah, guys, yeah. The StreamYard link is on the show, yeah. Pop in and have your say. Mostly on the Manchester City versus Man United derby coming up in the weekend. Arsenal versus Sheffield United. Come and have your say. Tottenham Hotspur is going against Crystal Palace tomorrow. Come and have your say, yeah. Come and have your say. Um, of course, this is the show link, yeah. Guys, do pop into the show, yeah. Pop into the show. Liquid Danger is down here. He's saying, SO on the man. Big ups to you, man. Um, Gambling Man Tonale. Yeah, we'll have to delve into that Tonali stuff, yeah. Right. But before that, I have to big up Paul Fullwell Blue Nose. Big ups to you, my brother, man. Big ups to you, man. And it says, big up Tony Cloud. Okay, let's see. Onome is back. Sorry. Uh Onome has bewitched me. MEFC Global is back, yeah. MEFC Global, are you there?
Yeah, yeah. Can you hear
MEFC
me? I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. I can hear you now. See, yeah, Onome has taken cheap shots at
Can
you,
you guys
man,
hear me?
already, man. Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you. We can hear you. Onome has already taken cheap shots against you. You know you're a Manchester
Okay.
United fan. You know, and you of course you know Onome is up to the fight. You know he's a tactical guy too. You can go tactical. You can go banter with you any which way. Say what do you have to say to Onome, Man City fan, mouthy. I will soon turn him to the mouthy. You know, Digi Sports has that award, but Onome man is becoming too mouthy, man. Mouthy Man City fan, mouthy.
I'm out with facts.
Mouthy,
They disperse just talks with
mouthy.
no facts of no
Oh my,
trophies.
oh my God, mouthy Man City fan. See, what do you have to say to our mouthy Man City fan, man?
The truth is, Onoma said the proof is in the pudding. So, and of course, in as much as we don't like the way they talk too much and the way they
Mm,
pump their chest. But I think there's nothing anybody can do about it. They've
yeah.
recently won the treble. You know, they've won numerous titles.
Mm,
Domestic, and you know they've competed in the highest level in almost all the competitions. So these are enough evidence, like you said, the facts are there
mm,
to make them pump their chest, like I said, and wax lyrical, if you know what I mean. So
mm,
as for, yeah, that's the truth. No matter how rival fans try to use a point against them, the truth is there is no point. There's no actual valid point because City will always be City. You look at where they are right now, in just
mm,
8-9 games, and they're still there. They are still favorites to win the league, regardless. They are not top of the league, they're not top of the table, but they are still top. And I think they've had one or two tweaks, one or two, you know,
mm,
problems this season. They lost
mm,
back to back against Wolves, and I can't remember who they lost to the next game. And people still see them or regard them as favorites to win the league. If that was or if that was Liverpool or any other team, they will easily write them off. But City being City, they will still bounce back, to win the league, to compete. So that's the
MEFC Global,
fact
MEFC Global,
on its own.
MEFC Global. Are you here to herald Man City or what, man? We know all these things, man. Are you here
Oh, so you know these
to?
things, Tony. You act
Are
like
you
you don't
here to
know. You
car?
act,
Are you here to
Tony. You act
car
like you don't know.
and lick the boots of Man City? Come on, man. You're a Man United
Tony,
fan.
you act like you
Yeah,
don't
of
know though.
course.
Man,
I'm
man,
shameless.
man,
I'm
where are these Man
shameless.
City? Where are Manchester United fans, man? Jesus
Tony,
Christ.
Tony, some people
No,
just
we are
like saying the
shameless. We are
truth. Some
shameless
people just like saying the truth.
at this
Not
moment.
everybody likes to just say the opposite. Some people just like to tell the truth how it is, and the truth is the truth. Like, don't forget, add the Super Cup to that as well, and add the World Cup trophy coming up in December in Saudi Arabia. Add that to it as well. So it's just the City's presenting themselves now with every sort of almost every game they play now is like, oh, there's a trophy at stake. Oh, all year round. In August they're winning the trophy. In friggin' October they're winning the trophy. In December they're winning the trophy. Just trophy galore, mate.
See, MUFC Global, yeah. We have the Manchester Derby coming up this weekend, yeah. So with what you've said, Manchester United is just going to roll up the carpet, yeah, and just get smashed, yeah. Just allow yourself get
Uh,
smashed by this lot,
no,
yeah.
no, 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 no. We're
No,
not gonna do
but
that.
that's what you're
No, no, no,
saying,
no,
man.
no,
That's
no.
what
We're
you're
not gonna
saying.
allow ourselves.
And
Yeah,
Onome is here shaking his bum,
based on
yeah, for
facts.
that they're gonna beat you guys,
Of
and
course,
you're not,
he has.
and even you are here too shaking your bum too for them, bro. What's going on, man? Where is the true Man
He has all
United
the
fans? The true Man
he has.
United fans that will stand up for Manchester United, man. You
They're
just
busy
no
carrying.
no no
They're
no no no
busy. They're
you
busy.
no no no
They're
no no
busy
no
Not
holding an
this
umbrella under
United
that
team.
leaky roof.
Not
That's
not
what the
this
Man
United
United fans
team.
are doing. I tell you that much.
no. See, man, you just had a hard fought win against Sheffield United. Yeah, good and okay. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, you came
See,
out of that win,
the
but you
truth
won.
is,
You went to the Champions League. You beat FC Copenhagen. Yeah, you beat them. Harry Maguire back in form. Yeah, scoring a goal for you. Yeah, Onana showing why you guys brought him for that amount of for that amount of money. Yeah,
we narrowly won that
Onana is
match.
calamity.
good.
You,
Narrowly or
you
no
want to talk?
narrowly.
Oh yeah,
No, no,
Onana
no. But
reminds me
you
of
have to
Bravo.
admit, no, Onome. Wait. Onome has put his name in my mouth here. MESC Global. Yeah. So now you're now telling me now that
No, no,
Manchester.
no, he's
No,
not.
you're
Oh, no,
looking
no,
down.
no, no,
You're
no,
looking
no.
down on the wins
No, Onana
that
is
will
not.
propel you to have
I know, I know. I'm
confidence
only joking. I'm only joking. He's a
going into
politician.
that Man City game. You need every shred of confidence going into that Manchester derby. We all know Man City are the favourites. We know this. We know this. But again, we've seen times without number. We've seen Man City be on top form and go to Manchester United and lose for crying out loud. So what
Of
are we
course,
here talking about?
that derby is unpredictable.
You still
That
have
derby
a
is
fighting
never
chance.
straightforward.
You still have a fighting chance, MEFC Global. Why are you giving up? Why are you giving up right now?
You know what?
He's not giving
Why?
up. He's not giving up.
Why?
Yeah, of
He's just
course.
stating fact of City.
I'm not.
He's
I'm
not
not.
giving up on the
Why
on the
licking the
game coming up.
boots?
I'm
Why
not
licking the
saying
boots of
I'm
Man
not totally
City?
giving
Why
up
licking the
on my
boots?
club. You know,
No, but why licking the boots?
based on recent.
Why licking their boots? I've
I'm
rattled
not.
you.
I'm just
Come
telling
on, man.
you
Okay,
their
no
levels.
problem.
You know,
Stop, man.
their levels to the game right now, and City are above. You know, they are above us. City are above us at the moment. You
Mm,
get.
mhm. See, does it really matter if they are above you? That's what I'm telling you. I've seen City be on top form and go down to Manchester United and lose. I've seen it.
Of course, yes, it's possible. We know that, Tony. We know it's possible. Any game of football, you can lose any game of football. You can be on top form, and the other team can be, not on top form, and the ball just bounces differently, right? That is
Yeah, so
possible.
they
We
do
know
have a
that.
fighting chance. That's what I'm saying. But again,
Yeah,
I'm,
of
I'm
course they have
seeing
a
Man
fighting chance.
United fans
That
just give
derby,
up.
right? Is very even. That derby is literally like you wake up in the morning. If your toast is not toasted well, if your toast was toasted a minute too late and stuff, yeah, everything has to be on point for you on that day in that game. You have to feel your best. You can't have. There's when you go into a game, right? There's nerves, right? There's always nerves, right? Every top player will tell you, no matter how much they've played, there's always nerves. But that nerve is there's a feeling in there. It's an exciting nerve kind of thing, and you just want to get on the pitch. You just want to get that first touch, that first run, that first in behind, that first shot. Once you now get that first sprint. Once you now sprint and your breathing now takes over that nerve, and
Yeah,
your breathing takes over the nerve. But if you're the type of person that your breathing doesn't take over the nerve and the nerve still stays there, your belly will just feel weak. And it's one of those derbies. It's a derby where Man United will get their most local hero who doesn't play all season and be the hero of that day because he's so pumped up and he's like, "I'm going to take this derby. It's mine, it's mine,
it,
it's
it,
mine."
exactly.
That's how the
That's what
derby
I'm
works.
saying.
It's
That's
not
what
a
I'm
straightforward
saying.
derby.
But again, Man United fans have to believe it. Right now, they don't believe it, and I feel that's the wrong mindset. Yeah, to carry into a derby. It doesn't matter whether Man City is on form or whether Man City is not on form. You should be going into the Manchester Derby, yeah, with confidence. And again, they've gotten 2 wins at the bounce, which I think it's very, very okay. Yeah, to go into the Manchester Derby, with with that bounce, with that, with those 2 wins that they've gotten. Yeah, at least it inspires a little bit of confidence in the team that, okay, you know what, yeah, uh, you know, we can we can do this. We can do this because I've literally seen Man United lose lots of games, go into the Manchester Derby and win. I've seen it many times, many times.
You're speaking like a true Arsenal fan that just wants Man City to lose. That's I can see where your energy for Man United is coming out from. You just want Man City to lose. So you're talking of Man United so much just because you want Man City to lose. Like that's your angle. I can see your angle, Tony. I know you very well. I can see your angle. It's cool. It's cool. Do your
No,
thing.
no,
Do your
no. But
thing,
why?
bro. Do your thing.
No, but why are you seeing angles here, on the rather
I am
than
seeing
why are you seeing
triangle,
angles here?
equilibrium, Brabarango angles. I'm seeing all
Why
of
are you
them.
seeing why are you seeing
Snooker table
angles here?
angle.
No, no, no,
I'm seeing all of them from you.
why are you seeing angles here rather than pure football fact? Is it a fact that Man City have been on form while they've gone to Manchester United and lost? The fact is yes.
You can say that about any team.
Does Manchester United have a fighting chance against Man City in the Manchester Derby? The fact is true.
You
Yes,
can
they
say that
do.
about any team. You can say that about any team. You can say that about last season to say, did Southampton have a fighting chance against you? Yes, they did. You can say that about any team. Did West Ham have a fighting chance against you? Yes,
No,
they
no,
did.
no, no, no,
You
no,
can say
no,
that
no,
about
no,
any
no, no,
team.
no, no,
That's
no,
a
no, no.
general
And again,
statement.
no, 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 and again, yeah. See, I'll come in there again, yeah. Southampton did not have a fighting chance against us. We lost it because we bottled it. We bottled it. Just like here today, I've said it. We bottled it. Yeah. Southampton was the lows of the lows. We ought to beat them. We ought to beat them. Come on, man. We beat Liverpool at home. It doesn't get better than that. Yeah. And then we go to lowly Southampton and we get beaten.
This is what I'm
We get
saying to you
beaten.
about the way the ball bounces, and on the day
No,
it's
no, I'm
11v11 at the end of the day. Do you know what I mean? You was expecting to go to Chelsea to beat them and to roll over, but you could have been 5 down and you was lucky
No,
to
but
take a draw.
no, no, no. But I've
You
been
know.
rolling. I have been rolling. I have been rolling over Chelsea, back to
But this is
back,
what I'm
back to
saying to
back,
you, Tony.
3 times
It's
in a row.
football is
Three
about the
times in a
present.
row. On a
It's
man,
about the
I've
present,
gone
not
to
the
stand.
past.
See, on a man, how about that? I go to Stamford Bridge to get my taxes from them and get my rent from them. 3 times in a row. What are we talking about here, man? The
Okay,
last
so
time
what would you
Chelsea
so
beat
what
me.
would you say
The
about
last
so
time
what
Chelsea beat me
okay,
at their home
okay,
was in
hold on. So
2018. What are you
so you're
saying, man?
saying that now. You're saying that now. What would you then say about Arsenal not beating City for 8 bloody years, mate?
But I beat you now. But I beat you now.
Okay, so so
But I
Chelsea are
beat you
back
now.
now. Chelsea got a
Yeah,
point
yeah,
against you then.
but I beat you.
Okay
A
then.
point.
It,
Do you
that's
think Chelsea
football.
fans are happy
That's
getting a
football.
point in Stamford
Yes, they
Bridge?
are. Yes, they are actually. They,
Okay.
they need
Finally,
to. They
finally,
ought to be
someone
because
agrees that
because right
Arsenal
now
is
they
a
are
big
on
team.
their they're
Oh,
on their
okay.
they're on their way
Oh,
back to
so you
where
do agree
they
that we're
need
a
to
big
be.
team, yeah? Oh, okay. Good, good, good. You've just admitted that Arsenal is a big team and a team to be feared. That's why Chelsea should be happy that they got a point against us.
I
Good on
never
a man,
said
on
all
a man,
that. I
on
don't
a
know where
man,
you're
on a
getting all
man,
that from.
on a
I
man,
never
on a
said
man.
all that.
Respect,
I never
respect to
said all
you, man.
that.
Respect,
I never
respect
said
back
all
to you,
that.
man.
I never said all that. I'm talking about a game of football. I never
See,
said all that. I'm
guys,
talking about a game of
Andrew
football.
Bell is down here, yeah. Guys, you guys know this guy. Man. Guys, you're now winning the battle against Anome, man.
No, you're not. No, you're
I
not
beat
winning
this
the
guy at
battle,
the
bro. You're
Emirates.
not
I
winning the
beat this guy
battle.
at the Emirates,
The
guys. See.
battle, the battle and the war has already been won in the treble season. You're not winning any battles, bro. Okay? Please get that correct and get that straight. You're not winning any battles. That's already been
See you
decided
guys.
and won.
Gu- guys, this is a call-in show, yeah. You have the right to call into the show here today, rather than just typing, yeah. Come into the show. Come and talk. I want you to
Yeah,
come
be
and
brave,
talk.
man. Be brave, guys. Be brave. Don't be scared of
Be
us. We
brave.
don't
Come
bite.
and talk.
We
Come and
don't bite.
talk. Come and talk the talk.
We
Yeah?
don't bite.
Andrew
I do
Bell.
bite a
Andrew
little
Bell,
bit, but
where are
not
you?
that
Come and
much.
talk the talk. Come and talk the talk, Andrew Bell.
I
Andrew
haven't
Bell.
spoken to Andrew Bell in a long time, man. Andrew Bell, come
I'm
say
telling
hello,
you,
bro.
man, Andrew Bell is a great guy. You know, I love this
I
guy.
know him, man. I haven't
Love
spoken to him in a long time.
Andrew Bell. Big ups to you, man. Big ups to you, Andrew Bell. Andrew Bell, yeah, you got beaten, yeah. You got beaten by Dortmund, yeah. The big boys that started answering their name, yeah, and you know, they beat you up, Andrew Bell, man. You have to admit it, Andy. They beat you up. They beat you up. They beat you up. Andy, have I bruised your ego? Have I made you angry? Come to the show and come
You're
talk to
drawing
me.
him out. You're
Yeah,
absolutely
step up,
drawing his life
Andrew Bell.
out.
Step up. I dare you. Yeah. See, Andrew Bell, yeah. You see, okay, how about that, yeah? Newcastle is a small club in European competitions. How about that? How about that, Andrew Bell? Newcastle
Tony,
is a small club in Europe.
Tony.
How about that,
You
yeah?
want to talk about
I'm
people
out here.
disrespecting Tony? Huh?
See, Andrew Bell, yeah. I'm out here, yeah, beating Sevilla, yeah. See, those guys haven't lost at home in 10 games, yeah. The creme de la creme of de la Liga can't even go to Sevilla and beat them up. But you know what? Yeah, I did it. I did it. I did it. Yeah, come up here and challenge me, Andrew Bell,
Tony,
man.
let me ask you a
Come and
question.
come
What do you,
and challenge us down
Tony?
here, man.
Tony, let me
Pick
ask you a
up the
question.
line. Like he's here.
Tony, let me ask you a question. Oh, he
Answer that.
came.
He
Good
came.
on you,
I
lad.
guarded him.
Don't
I
let him,
guarded
don't let
him.
him talk
Yes.
rubbish
Yes.
about your team like that, and then you don't
Yes.
pour the line. That's what I'm talking about.
I
Talk your
guarded
shit
Andrew
now, Tony.
Bell.
He's here. Talk your
Yes.
shit.
Yes.
Absolutely drew
Yes.
you out, mate. He drew
Yes.
you out.
I drew him out. I drew him out, man. Andrew
He's
Bell,
getting
man.
ready.
Andrew Bell, you can see, man. You can talk your shit, man. You can talk your shit, man. But you know
He
what?
How
drew
you
Yeah,
you
doing,
out.
guys?
the
How's it
big
going, man?
boys. See, Andrew Bell, yeah, the big boys will play, yeah. See, yesterday, yeah, you got beaten by the big boys of the league, yeah, of the Champions League, yeah. Dortmund, beat you up, yeah. I think, and you were at home at St. James Park, yeah. So the big boys have started answering their name. And I'm sorry, man, in that rematch against PSG, you might be beaten, yeah. See, Arsenal, yeah, unlike you, Arsenal went to Sevilla away and went to the den of the Lions and went out there and beat them up. Yeah. Manchester United struggled against FC Copenhagen. Yeah, struggled.
Tony,
Yeah,
he's so biased. He's unreal.
struggled. Yeah,
Go on. What
struggled.
city's one? What
And
city's line? Go on.
even Maguire is the one scoring goals for this lot, and
What
yet
what
nobody's
what
even laughing. Yeah,
what city's
see,
line? Go on. Tell us about City then.
Andrew Bell, man, Andrew Bell. You have to give it up to Arsenal, man. Give it up, man. But I'll allow you talk. I'll allow you talk.
Before I give it up to Arsenal, I would like to just say that we do have a hell of a group considering we haven't been in the Champions League for 20 years, Tuan.
That's true.
We
That's
huffed and
true.
we
That's true.
puffed, we puffed, but we just couldn't blow their house down. I think Dortmund deserved a win, if I'm honest. On the basis of the first half, it was a fantastic first half, but we were far too open. Conceded a goal, and from there, Dortmund did exactly what they've been doing for a while. They showed that they are a true Champions League side. They've been in the Champions League for years. Sorry, guys. Little
No problem, man.
But I do agree with you. We're going to have to do it the hard way, Tony. We had with 2 home games in a row. No one expected it to beat PSG the way we did. If any of the games were going to be 2 seconds. If any of the games was going to be a winnable one, you would have said it would have been the Dortmund game. But hey ho, we'll see what happens. Yes, Arsenal went to Sevilla and beat a very poor Sevilla team.
Oh my God, that same poor Sevilla team that drew against Real Madrid. Yeah, the guys you
Sevilla,
guys have already
they're
given.
not good.
Oh,
They're not in
oh
form.
Thank
my
you, mate.
God. Are
Thank
we
you.
I'm
They're
doing
not the
serious.
this
Sevilla
now?
we
Are
remember.
we doing
Sevilla
this?
are not in really
MEFC.
in form.
Oh,
No, I'm
wait,
serious.
come again. Come again. What did you say?
Sevilla are not the Sevilla of old.
Oh,
They've not really
okay, good.
been.
Why did
They
Real Madrid
recently.
beat them in the weekend? Why didn't Real Madrid beat them? Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah. They're the
just one
scrubs. They're
off.
the
It's
bums.
it's not.
No, they're the bums of the league. Why didn't Real Madrid beat them in the weekend? Talk.
It
No,
doesn't
talk.
matter. It doesn't
It
matter
doesn't
to
matter.
me.
Oh,
Yeah, it
okay,
doesn't
okay,
matter.
Why
okay.
did Wolves beat Man City?
Let's
I get it. No, I get it.
exactly why the
When
Wolves
it
beat
comes to
City.
Arsenal, it doesn't matter.
Why the
Yeah,
Wolves
yeah,
beat
yeah,
City?
yeah,
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 exactly.
One
yeah,
game.
yeah. But
Why
Real
did
Madrid,
Arsenal
but
beat
Real
why did
Madrid
Arsenal beat
couldn't beat
City?
them. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Why are you
Why did
guys so
Arsenal beat
biased
City?
about
Not beat them for 8 years. Why did Arsenal beat City? That's
Yeah,
football.
exactly.
Yeah.
You've not beaten them for 8 years. Why did you beat City? That's football, mate.
See,
Yeah.
but I beat
It's one game.
It's one game, Tony.
now, but I beat you now. I beat you now, and that's what matters. I beat you now. That's what matters. I beat you now, and I'm going for your title. See, yeah, I beat you now. I'm going for your title. See, on the in case you don't know, yeah. See,
I'm
you've gone
glad.
out.
I'm
You've
glad
gone
you
out
said
of
you're
the
coming
Carling
for
Cup of the
my
Carabao Cup.
title.
Yeah, I'm gunning
My
for that title.
title.
I see. I want. I want all this title. I want them all. I want them all. I want them, and I'm going for it.
You
Yeah.
know.
See, I'm saying the
You know.
Carabao Cup. I'm still in the FA Cup. See, the Champions League. I went to Spain and beat Sevilla. See, I'm not waxing lyrical about Arsenal, but I'm just
You
saying,
know,
yeah,
Tony.
that I have a fighting chance. I have
You
a
know,
fighting
Tony.
chance.
Andrew.
I have a fighting
Andrew.
chance on
Andrew.
all
What's your?
counts.
What's Andrew?
Champions League,
Hold
Carabao,
Tony, let me
FA
ask you a
Cup,
question.
Premiership.
Tony, let me ask you a question. Andrew, what's your favorite car, mate? Well, if someone was to say, you know what,
He's a
you got
Newcastle
any
fan.
amount of money. Hold on. Let me finish. You got any amount of money to buy your favorite car. What would you get?
For a replacement for Tonali, did you say? Sorry.
No, your car, a car, as in a normal
All
car.
right. If any
What?
car, probably a Honda
MUFC Global.
NSX.
No, I'm talking go rich now. I'm talking you're a millionaire. What car would you get? Like, you know, you can get any car. Ferrari, Bugatti, what car do you want?
Probably a 458 Ferrari.
Okay. My guy, MUFC, what would you get? Any car, like if you got the money right
Okay.
now.
Wow, man, the G wagon, man.
G-Wagon. Like, I would want a Ferrari. My point is this: what you want is not always what you get, Tony.
Correct.
Tony, you're saying you want our title, but it's not what you're going to get. You want it, yes, but you're not going to be able to get that.
I want
Last season,
SpaceX. How about that? You want Ferrari? I want SpaceX. How
that's
about that?
fine. That's
Yeah,
fine.
I
But
want
you also
SpaceX.
want the Premier
Yeah,
League.
I
You
want
also
the
want the
title.
Premier
I want the
League.
Champions League. Yeah, I want the Premiership. I want the FA Cup.
Tony, it's
I'm
not gonna
going for
happen.
SpaceX.
It's not going
How
to
about
Not gonna
happen.
happen.
In the
It's
words
not
of
going to
Freddie
happen.
Mercury,
How
he
about
wants it
that? I
all.
want
He wants it
SpaceX.
all.
You want G wagons. You want the Ferraris. I want
I don't think.
SpaceX. I want to be
I don't think
invincible.
Ateta. Ateta
How
is that
about that?
manager. I don't think he's that manager that can get you
Good
all
and
those
okay,
dreams. All your
but good and okay,
I don't think so.
but you've lost this season. MUFC Global, you've lost this
Of
season.
course,
See,
of
you
course,
don't
we
even
have
have to have a
injury
table.
problems.
You don't even have to be in this table, my brother, man. You ought
We
not
have
to be on this
on-field
table.
problems and
I'm
off-field
unbeaten
problems.
this
So it's
season.
quite
I'm
understandable.
unbeaten this season. I'm unbeaten this
How many
season.
of your players are
Newcastle
injured?
have been beaten this season.
How many of your
Even
players are injured
Onome,
this
who are
season?
title holders, they've been beaten this season. They've been
We don't
smashed
need
by
we
Wolves.
don't need to
They've
be
been smashed
invisible to
by.
win the
Come on,
title.
man.
We showed
What
you
are you
last
talking
season.
about?
Yeah.
It's a
Hold on, man.
marathon, Tony, not a sprint.
Let me give you a show stopping route right now, yeah. Yeah. See, yeah. In your prime, yeah, in your prime of you dominating English football, you never went the whole season unbeaten. Yeah. In my own prime, I did it. I went the whole season unbeaten. Yeah. How about that? Mic drop. Mic
That's
drop. Yes.
Did you win the
Mic
Champions
drop.
League
That's
that
what I'm
season as
talking
well,
about.
Tony?
Did you
Mic
win the
drop.
Champions League that season as
Mic
well?
drop.
Did you
Mic
win the
drop.
Champions League that season?
Mic
Is it
drop.
all,
That's
they
all I'm
asked you a
saying, man.
question.
I'm not talking of the Champions
Andrew
League.
asked you
I'm
a
talking of
question.
the league. I'm
Right,
talking of the
okay.
league. Yeah.
All right,
Man
okay.
City lost
Yeah.
games
Go
because they won
unbeaten, man.
every
Go
competition,
unbeaten. Go
except
unbeaten,
from the
man.
Carling
Let me
Cup.
see.
Tony. Man City operates with a squad of what 19 first team players and about 3 youth team players added to that, right? So our squad is very, very small. Everybody gets a chance, everybody gets to play 20 something games, right? We operate a different way. So we strategize on games that we need, right? I'll give an example. When Pep first came, right, he wanted to dominate English football. He's done that. Satisfied, take off the list. Now Pep is strategic because if you remember when Pep first came, every
But he had the
competition he played.
backing. He
Hold
had the
on, hold
backing.
on.
He
Let me
had the
finish.
money.
Let
What
me
are you
finish.
talking about, man?
Let
Them
me
He
finish.
had
lads.
the
You just
money. He
said I
had
don't
the
let you
backing,
speak.
man.
You just said I don't let you speak. Let me finish. When he first came, his aim was to dominate English football. A style of play, trophies, everything. He's done that. Shut the door. That's all done. To the point where they even named it the Pep Guardiola Cup, which is the Carling Cup that everybody plays for right now. It's called the Pep Guardiola Cup. So anyway, he's done all that. Now he's strategic. What does Real Madrid do? Why is Real Madrid such a big club? What do they do? Real Madrid go for the league and the Champions League every season. That's what they do. I went to Real Madrid Stadium when I went to Spain, and I saw the trophies that they have there, and I was like, Tony, I sent you the pictures and the videos. I said, oh my God. When the Champions League was a trophy that was a different shape and a different size and a different everything, they've got all this squad of players, right, on the wall. You're walking past it and you're seeing the squad of players. If you go to Real Madrid as a football player, and you don't have your picture on that wall, you are a failure. It is tradition, right? That is what That is the legacy Man City is trying to create now. So we're no longer looking at all these other trophies now.
What concerns me and all this legacy
Let me
about Real
finish my
Madrid and all
point.
this?
Let me finish my point.
I'm telling you that I'm gunning for your titles. You're telling me
Okay,
of
let
Real
me
Madrid.
finish
You're not
my
even
point.
ahead of
Let
your
me finish
next
my
door
point.
neighbours yet, Tony.
Look, Tony, you're coming for my title. 4 out of the last 5 years, City have
coming for
won
the
it, and
title,
only
man.
one of
What are
those
you
years,
talking
only
about?
one of those years, you've turned up, right? So please calm yourself down when you
I'm
talk about
turning
you're
up
coming
this
for the
year. I'm
title.
turning up this year. I
Okay,
am
okay,
turning up
so it
this
will be your
year over
second year
the
of turning
ball.
up. It
I'm
will be your
turning up
second
this
year.
year. What
The
is this?
great Liverpool
I
team
am turning
lost
up this
one
year. How
game
about that?
against
Can I
City
say
and
this?
didn't win
I'm
the
turning
league.
up this year. And you know what? Yeah,
Can I
you
say
guys
this to
do not
Tony?
shut me up. You guys won't shut me up because see, yeah,
Can I say
if
this to
Tottenham
Tony?
Hotspur fans here are out there saying they're gonna win the league, you guys aren't gonna shut me up. If I say I'm going for the league, I'm not crazy. Because Tottenham Hotspur fans are out there saying they're gonna win the league.
Listen,
Then you
Tony.
don't want Arsenal
You
to
know,
say that, oh, we're gonna try and win the league. Oh, we're in that top 4 conversation. Come on, man. Don't do us
9
dirty like
games
that,
in,
man.
Tony, man. It's like a
Don't
third
do us
round of a
dirty
boxing
like this,
fight, yeah.
man.
listen. Aside 9 games, you know,
9 games.
AFCON is just by the corner. AFCON is just by the corner, and of course, City have no players that will be going for the AFCON. You know, that's a plus for them. But as for us now, your Thomas Partey definitely would leave for the
Thomas
AFCON,
Partey
and I
hasn't played
think maybe one
consecutively
or two
this
players.
season. Thomas Partey hasn't played
But he's still
consecutively
one
this
of your
season.
best
He's been
players.
injured. He's been injured and
But
have
he's
gone
still,
all season unbeaten.
he's
What are
still
you talking about? He's not even a big part of this team this season. And I'm
but the
unbeaten this
performance has
season.
not been the performance has not been on par. It has been subpar. If you check it. Yes, some of
Yeah,
your
it
matches
has been
you've
so
played,
far, yeah, but your club
you
has
haven't
been
played.
beaten this season.
Yes,
But your club has
exactly.
been beaten this season. You've lost
Yeah,
games this season.
take my
Your own
club
club
out of
that's
the
superior.
question. Yeah,
You've
of
been
course we
beaten
have
this season.
lost.
Even Man City,
We
even
have
Man
up to
City have
seven,
been
eight
beaten
players
this
out
season.
there injured. We have
So
7, 8 players out there injured. You know, compared to Arsenal, how many players you have injured? We have up to 7, 8. Our best players, for crying out loud. You
So
know, we have
Arsenal
them
didn't have
injured.
injuries this season.
For crying out loud, feel
You
sorry for
don't
Man
have
Arsenal,
United. They've got
Arsenal haven't had
Maguire.
injuries this
They've got
season. We've
Maguire
had
Yeah,
to
Thomas
play
Partey
against
out
Haaland
this
on
season.
Saturday or Sunday.
We've had Thomas
Feel
Partey
sorry for
out
them,
this
Tony,
season. We
man.
have Gabriel Jesus out this season. We've had bro, name them. Jurien Timber out this. Bro, what are you talking about? I've had even up to
we have
6
up to
players
eight,
out this
eight
season alone.
players.
What are
See,
you saying, man?
there's a lot of
Look,
problems surrounding
look.
Manchester United right now. Aside injuries, we have off-field issues. You know, the Sancho Ten Hag problems. All those things psychologically they are actually affecting. You know, the performance of the players. Whether anybody want to talk about it or not, it's a fact. You understand my point? So the point is, we are not there yet. Injury crisis, off the pitch, off the field problems are actually hampering our performances. And if you check it, the way we play football, it has not really been, you know, on par. It has been
But
subpar.
again,
We
who
narrowly.
cares about all these excuses?
Can
Who
I
cares
can I
about all
ask a
these
No,
question?
excuses?
no one cares. But
William
I'm telling you
Saliba got
why we are
injured last season.
subpar.
William Saliba got injured last season and I lost the title. Is that a valid reason for
Andrew,
losing the title?
Tony,
No, but he
Tony,
was injured. Come on,
Tony.
man.
Let me
I
ask
can't
Andrew a question.
see Thomas Partey got injured last season and we lost the title. How about that? Yeah. How
Tony,
about that? Yeah. See, take those injuries, yeah, suck it up, yeah, and turn up this weekend and beat Man City for us. How about that? Turn
Of
up
course,
yeah,
we
and
will
beat
make
Man
it
I knew
City
you
easy.
had an
this
angle.
weekend.
We will
Tony,
How
make it
about
very
that?
easy.
How about that?
Tony, let me ask Andrew a question. Andrew, I'm
Yeah.
looking at the table this season, right? And last season, Newcastle's downfall was a lot of draws, right?
Yeah.
A lot of games were drawn. I mean, double-figure draws. It was crazy the amount of games they drew. This season, my concern is you're losing too many games.
We are. We're too open, far too open. I think Sven
You've
Botman's.
lost 3 out of 9, and there's no guarantee that in the next 10 you wouldn't lose 2 or 3, which would make 6. Do you know what I mean? The title winning squad, the title winning teams, and the Champions League teams, they don't lose that many games. So it looks like, because they say something about draws, right? If you're drawing games, you need those draws to turn to the other side to be victories. That's when the draws make sense. If it goes
Yeah.
the other way and they start to turn into losses, it's a big problem. I'm concerned this season that Newcastle are losing too many games. What do you say?
I agree. I think the only thing that we can look on the bright side of me is the games that we are losing are games that we potentially were expected to potentially lose. Liverpool at home, although we should have won. Man City, and I think the other one was Villa, was it? Villa? No.
Liverpool. You lost against
Liverpool,
Liverpool.
Man City, and
Liverpool, Man City, and who else?
however, one thing I will say is probably the worst thing that we had come out of last night is another injury is Zach. So we've then got Wilson, only fit striker at the club. We've also then lost Jacob Murphy, and we've also
Brighton was
just
the other
lost
team.
Tonali for 10 months. So,
Tonali's out
Mm.
too, also. So that's a
and
big
I'll
one.
tell you
Those are
something
two. Those
now.
are two big players.
Our
Those
mid-
are two big players.
Our midfield last night was all over the place. Joe Linton, I love him, but he first came back from an injury. Willock was invisible when he came on, so he's going to take time to get back. So, I mean, our run of games that we have for the next 4 weeks is hard. We've got, I haven't looked at the fixture list, but we've got
Yeah,
Dortmund to play
you've got
again.
Wolves, Man United,
Yeah.
Arsenal. Obviously, you got Dortmund, and you got Bournemouth.
Yep.
In between that.
We could lose 2 of them 4 games, and then who's to say
Yeah.
that Bournemouth's going to be an easy game when you're carrying injuries? I think when
Yeah.
Sven Botman comes back, we'll be a different side again. But we've got to get the likes of Joe Linton, Willock up to speed. Otherwise, what happens if we lose Callum Wilson on the weekend? We do not have a recognised striker if we lose Callum Wilson.
And to be honest with you, just looking at the table, Isaac has got what? 6 goals in 8. Callum Wilson's got 5. You guys are
In 9.
outscoring everybody. But the problem is you're outscoring people, but it's like you're conceding. So it's like now you need to score a lot more to actually balance it up. I remember when City used to do that, right? They used to concede a lot, but they would score a lot. So it was like, okay, 4-3
You
or
must still
4-2
refer back
and
to
stuff.
Man City, man. Oh,
I'm just
God.
making
No,
I'm just
he's
giving it.
making the right
I'm just giving an
comparison because
example,
when
Tony.
That was a joke. That was a joke.
I'm just giving an
Why are you
example.
hurting? Why are you
No,
hurting?
I think you're
Why are
bang
you
on, mate.
hurting on him, man? Why are you hurting?
Hold on,
I
hold on,
said
Tony.
that was
Let
a
him
joke.
speak.
Why are you
Let
hurting,
him
man?
speak.
I think he's bang on.
Why are you hurting on him, man? I was just joking, man.
We're in a similar stage to Man City was when they had Pellegrini, when they were outscoring everybody with Aguero, etc., etc. When you had Leroy Sané. The problem is we do not have the quality off the bench at the moment. Elliot Anderson's missing as well, who's started the season fantastically. It may come to the point where we're relying on people like Gordon to play up front, and if that happens, we will quickly slip out European chance places.
That's the problem. I just feel like I don't want it to be a one-season wonder, because I do remember when Newcastle was qualifying for Europe every season, top 4 team every season. I just hope it's not a one-season wonder to just qualify just this season and slip out next season, and it's like, oh, crisis, because you guys are ahead of your plans anyway. We know that, but even if you are ahead of your plans, you embrace it. You take it on and you embrace it. And you go, right, we go from here then. Fuck being ahead of our plans. We go from here.
I expected this season to do this a little bit more than it did last season, simply because the extra, the demands on the squad. We don't have it's not like we've had years to get ready for this stage. We've literally went from 19th in the league, staying up, and then all of a sudden had a fantastic season. Yes, okay, we've spent a bit of money. We spent it on Isaac, Botman, Tonali, but we've lost Tonali straight away. Another area that
I don't think that's fair either. I don't think that's fair either. He wasn't at your club when he was doing these betting. So why does your club get to suffer? It's crazy.
He's just a silly boy, mate. Silly boy. He knows the rules. Don't bet on football. He's bet on football. He's got to take the consequences.
It doesn't matter.
I don't think it's fair on Newcastle.
No, it's the fans that it's the fans that get punished, not the player, in a way, because we've made a massive investment now, and we're not going to be able to go and spend another 60 million in January without selling anybody.
And guess what? He still gets paid his full wages in that 10 months. There's no taking any penny off his wages. It's crazy. I was watching Sky Sports on a Saturday, and Paul Merson said it spot on, to be honest. And I kind of agree, because he's like, look, when you do drugs or whatever, they take you to rehab and they try to correct you and stuff like that. But with this one, it's like straight away, bang. So anybody that has a betting problem will never come forward and say, I've got a betting problem, because they know that they're gonna ban them straight away. So I mean, it does need to be looked at, to be honest, because the club suffering right now is Newcastle, because this guy is a key player for you.
I think the important thing is, there's one thing that I am happy about: they're letting the lad train at the club, so that's going to help with his mental. In the past, when players were banned, they weren't allowed to train with the club or anything like that. That's just really kicking someone in the balls when they're down. Really, if you weren't allowed to train. You've got to have that regular, thing in the morning you get out of bed for, go training, etc. He's going to have that. I just hope, in a way, that the club look at and probably brings some friends over from Italy, so he feels as if he's got people there to support him. I'm sure his teammates are there. The fans are behind him. I just think, it's a silly mistake, but one that needs to be punished and set it. But I totally agree with you. If a player's an alcoholic or something like that, they're going to support them a lot more than what they are. So
Yeah.
See, Andrew Bell, yeah, I'll come in there. Yeah, I do have my exceptions in this case. Yeah, in the first one, talking about suffering, Onome brought up this argument about Newcastle suffering right now and about it. Personally, I think Newcastle should they should take responsibility for what has happened. Yeah, before you go for a player. Yeah, before you go for a player, I really do think that you should perform due diligence tasks
yeah,
on these players. Yeah, so that you don't get into such situations in the first place. Yeah. Uh,
How are they to know? How are they supposed to know?
I mean, exactly. How are we
Onome,
supposed to know?
we allowed you to talk for so many minutes, man. Allow other people get their points across without jumping on them. When you and Andy were going, I didn't jump at you. You talked. You finished answering everything. Let me talk, man. So can see his mouth. Can see how he's looking. Gotcha. See, yeah,
A
guys.
lesson learned the hard way, Tony, is the way I would put it.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. So in the first place, you shouldn't have been in this situation because you know what? Yeah, in the charts, yeah, in different charts, I'm seeing different people laughing. Yeah, seriously mocking Newcastle and saying, "Oh, that was why Milan wanted to throw him away so quickly." Yeah, because they knew that he had a problem, and definitely, I do think that Milan knew that he had a problem.
Therefore,
That's what
they
I
should have said.
they should definitely exactly. So when of course, and Milan that doesn't like to throw away their players for giveaway prices just like that, yeah. I, I don't think in any alternative reality that Milan never knew about that situation. So they did know. So now it now falls on Newcastle. Did you perform due diligence investigations into the
Yeah.
player you going for? Is it just about how he plays that you were going down there to look, or were you so pressured to get this player before other suitors? That opens up a whole different kind of worms in this case. And
It could
again,
have been,
secondly,
yeah, it could have
yeah,
been a case of flattery, Tony. Newcastle probably would never have expected to be able to sign a player of his stature at a club
Yes,
mm,
of such
yes,
stature that they'd
yes.
mm.
snap the chance while it was available
Of
without
course,
doing the normal due diligence that they would have done.
definitely,
So
But
you
when
do
you're
definitely.
understand
spending
that they
60
jumped the
million
gun,
pounds,
right?
yeah,
So
I,
so
no,
they
I
did
agree.
they did jump the gun, right? You agree
I
with me
think they
that they
possibly might have. They
But
possibly
I,
might
I,
have.
I
you
still
possibly
don't I
might
still
have.
don't know
Okay, good.
how they can
Secondly,
find that out.
yeah.
It's a private thing. If he's betting online or
Yeah,
whatever he's doing,
Can I
And
I don't
that's
know
fine.
how the club is
yeah.
Yeah,
supposed to
The
that,
thing
know.
is,
but
okay,
again, you have private investigators. See, you have to
can
do
I?
your due diligence on players,
No,
including
no, Tony, it's
non-footballing
not as
means
easy.
to do
It's
that.
not as easy as you think. Tony, it's not as easy as you think. If I'm to say,
exactly.
it's different cases. But I want to bring a case in point here. You look at Anthony, you know, Anthony, the one we got from Ajax in Man
Hmm.
U. I don't know if you know, but currently the
Yeah.
charges against him, about
Hmm.
domestic violence and all of that.
Yeah.
And mind you, we paid close to or about 100 million euros for him.
Hmm.
That's a lot of money. Now, are you telling me now that Manchester United knew about all these crimes or all these this violence he had on someone, and we still stuck our neck, putting the cash to go get this player? No, these are
Uh,
private problems, private matters
Private club,
that the
yeah.
again,
clubs
again, by all
clubs
means, you
cannot
can't.
know,
By all means,
except
you can't equate sexual violence with gambling. Those are two different things.
I'm not.
And one
How about
They
depression,
are
Tony?
offenses.
and one is something, yeah, and one is something that demands a quick investigation immediately rather than
Yeah, my
gambling.
point is,
Gambling is a more different one. You might not even know that it happened. But sexual violence is a different kind.
but
It's a different type. You can't equate them together.
both offenses regardless warrant sanctions. It doesn't matter the gravity or the context, but
Yeah.
both
No, I'm
offenses
just
warrant
no,
sanctions. And
I'm just saying
they,
that one you have to actually
the,
commit it. Like you have to actually commit it, and then investigations come quickly.
but Anthony is
With
coming.
gambling,
Yeah,
with
okay.
gambling, it's not the same.
Yes, I
With
get.
gambling, it's different. You can hide and do it, but with
I understand. The
sexual
point I'm
domestic
trying to
problem,
make. See,
you
I'm
can't
not
really hide it.
comparing. I'm not trying.
It's public.
Tony, get me correctly. I'm not comparing. I'm not comparing the gravity of offenses, or I'm not trying to look at it like for like. I'm trying to bring a point here. Anthony has a problem. Of course, it has been lingering. Manchester United got to know about it currently.
Was it public?
Just
Was it
very
public?
recently.
Was it
Same as
public? Was it
That's
public?
irrelevant,
it wasn't
Tony. I think
public.
what the lad's trying to say is
But the
behind
lady,
closed doors, we don't know
Then
what goes on.
again, it was in public. It was in
yeah,
public.
exactly. It wasn't public, but the lady,
Gambling can be done privately. You won't even know. You have to do serious due diligence to find that out. But with sexual violence and sexual domestic issues, that one
Exactly the
goes
same.
public almost
It's
immediately.
exactly the
It
same
goes
thing, Tony.
public.
Why are you
Exactly
trying
the
to choose
same
both of
thing.
them?
It goes
You're saying the same thing.
exactly.
No. See,
It's the same thing. Both are
Imagine.
private.
No. See, you
Yeah,
don't
exactly.
understand what I'm
Private.
see.
Both
You
are
don't
private
understand.
matters.
See,
You can't
don't
investigate
understand.
those. You can't
It's
investigate
not
to
in
find
the
out.
nature. Okay,
What
good.
they're supposed to
It's not
do
in
is
the
take
nature.
his girlfriend down and say,
Yeah,
by the
go
way,
knock
has
on the
he been
door.
abusing you?
How is he at home? Is he fine at home? Can we sign him? No.
See,
You signed the
Exactly.
player.
you're not understanding what I'm trying to put out here. What I'm trying to put out here is that if I go to gamble now, do you think these guys went to gamble in the casino just like that? No. What happened was that they got an agent. If you listen to that story, Andrew Bell, Tonali actually introduced your other player
Yes,
to
I've
an
seen
agent.
that.
Was it an agent or not? It was an
Yeah, but
agent.
he's
Yeah,
not
it
going
was an agent. So
to.
it can be done. It can be done in a very, very enshrouded manner. But sexual violence and sexual domestic cases, if I commit assault on a woman, on a lady right now, and she goes and report it to the police, it becomes public. With gambling, you can't know. It's totally hidden. And again, it's just like money laundering. You don't get to understand it until it comes out like it can be enshrouded. But with domestic violence, it can't. It once it's reported, you know that this is gonna happen. But with gambling, you have to go through series of investigations to really get to understand that is what happened. How did this happen? But with
Ultimately,
domestic
each
Okay,
violence,
situation needs someone to come forward.
how
it's a
did they
different
know?
ball game.
How did the FA
If a
know?
woman,
Okay, how did the FA
comes
know?
forward, if a woman comes forward, it's a different ball game entirely. But with gambling, they
I
really
get you.
need to know
This is
was
exactly
he
what's
being
happened. Someone's come forward about the
being a
gambling, haven't they?
pickpocket? It's a different ball game.
Yes. So
So
how
you
did
can't
the FA
equate them
know? How did
together.
the FA know about? Of course, it went public, but how did the FA know that this Tonali has this gambling
Someone can
addiction? It
vote.
went public.
So
Right.
someone can vote.
Someone
Exactly, it
spoke
went
up about
public.
it.
Someone
Yeah.
spoke up
Yeah,
about it.
someone
Same
spoke
thing with
up about it.
Anthony's
Yeah,
case.
Same as
The
Paqueta. Same as
victim
Paqueta.
is
City wanted to
supposed.
Yeah.
sign him. Someone spoke up about it.
So,
domestic violence is the victim that comes out and says it. But with gambling,
of course, that is if they
there's
decide
no
to make it
victim
go
there. Yeah,
public. That is
exactly.
if they decide to make it go public. So if they
Again,
decide to make it public,
there's no
then it goes
victim. There's no
public,
vi-
and that's what I'm saying here.
again. There is no victim in gambling. There is a victim
How
in
about the person
sexual violence.
How about the person that's addicted to it? Do they not suffer? Do they not
Okay,
lose the
good. And
house?
and that,
Look
Yeah,
at
that,
Paul
that,
exactly. So
Merson.
that's
that's
the
my
victim.
second question.
They are-
And again, that's my second question. Again, yeah. I wanted to ask you that question, Andrew Bell, also. Again, look at the way Ivan Tony was treated with this same gambling issue. He was demonized, called all sort of names in the book. Yeah, almost totally disgraced. Yeah, but I'm seeing the PR spin with Tonali's gambling addiction. It's actually an addiction right now,
Yeah,
a mental illness. But when it was Ivan Tony, it was something different. No one was even talking
I
anything
agree.
about,
Tony, I agree with
about
you.
rehabilitation, about mental
It's
illness, about addiction. But right now, the story is changed. Andrew Bell, how do you see it?
I see it like you've just said. It's two situations that are more or less identical, except for one person's getting more abuse. What you've got to look at is, Tony, it doesn't matter what the situation is, there's always going to be someone that's going to kick you on when you're on the floor if they don't understand the situation.
Yeah.
Tony was found out rather than someone come forward. So maybe it's been a case of more, he's only put his hands up because he was caught. Really the same as Tonali. If this other player hadn't mentioned him, would he have ever come forward? Would his agent ever have come out and said, well, he's got a gambling problem? His agent probably knew this when we were signing him, but he's not going to advertise the fact that he's got a gambling addiction when he's going to get commissioned for a £60 million transfer. This is the problem is there's, or if you've got someone in your background that's going to have got ulterior motives and they're going to benefit from you, then why are they then going to come and do what's actually best for you and say, actually, this guy shouldn't be getting a transfer and leaving his country where all his friends are and all his teammates are because he's actually got a problem behind closed doors. What he should do is get help for his problem. Tony getting abuse is unacceptable. Tonali getting abuse is unacceptable. If they're criticising them for the situation, then that's understandable. But tearing someone apart because of gambling addiction is just silly. Because we've seen footballers commit suicide. Sometimes we don't know why they've done it. Could it have been that because they feel ashamed, they don't want to tell the family that they've got an addiction? You don't know what it is. So I've always said Twitter's it's horrible. Let's be honest. It's not. It's got its uses. All social media is very similar, and the players unfortunately are in the public eye, and they're gonna get hammered at certain times. All we can hope is the fact that these big profile names are now being found out to have a gambling issue. If there's two, there's more. That's what we've got to think of. There will be more, and let's hope that the FA, excuse me, and the other organisations that are responsible for the welfare of players learn from these two situations. So when the next time a player comes out on their own accord and says, look, I've got a gambling problem, or I've got I'm addicted to sex, or whatever it be, then they get the relative support that they need, because all that's going to happen if they don't and they get found out by other causes is that they're going to get nailed on social media, and that's not going to do them any good.
And this is what Paul Merson was saying, which I totally agree and totally understand. And he's speaking from a point of view from his experience. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, he was
Lost his family, didn't he?
Yeah, we all know the story and stuff. I happened to see. I saw him. I think he lives. He don't live too far from where I live. I saw him one Saturday morning with his two lovely kids. Out playing Saturday football, and I was just like, wow. It's two young kids. I was like, wow, it's beautiful that he's here with his kids. You know what I mean? I looked at him that day and I was like, wow. And I went up to him and I said, listen, the Aguero moments. You're
to an Arsenal legend, right?
The
To
love
an
bite,
Arsenal legend.
the love bites comments that he made. Go, oh, they're kissing everybody. They got love bites and everything. I was like, that's probably one of the best comments I've ever heard. Like he's just so nice. Do you know what I mean? But he's speaking from experience. Sometimes we don't know because we've not experienced certain things. But when you can talk from experience, and he's talking from, if I had this, do you know what I mean? He probably wouldn't get to this and stuff. And I agree with that. That's fact, because like I said, what's the ban for? Nobody's suffering apart from the club Newcastle. And Newcastle wasn't even a part of all these things, but they're the ones suffering after paying so much money. You know what I mean? How about rehabilitation? How about getting this player? And you know what I mean? Something needs to be done, because guess what? And no player coming out to come and tell you they're addicted to gambling. That's for sure.
Yeah, because they feel as if they're going to get the same treatment at the moment. That's the problem.
Do you know what I mean? I'm not coming out to say that, and they're suffering inside. And then what happens is, other stuff. Yeah, and let's not get it twisted. That we've heard this story before. It's not all about money, especially for these players. It's not all about money. There's deep stuff. There's stuff that goes on and stuff that they just need a normal life. Like the average Premier League footballer doesn't. A lot of them don't really have a life. If that makes sense, they can't go down the street to just buy, sweets and do you know what I mean? They can't walk down. It's not life. They're so it's professional. The inside, and it drives you crazy. Do you know what I mean? No matter how much money you got, there's only so many amounts of times you can look at your bank account and go, yeah, my 300,000 a week is in there. My 300,000. There's only so much time you can look at that. That's why when you see in the summer, they go on holiday, because that's where they can go free. In the country they live in, they can't be free. As soon as the summer hits, bang, they've gone off on holiday, and they go and just relax and spend time and stuff. It's a lot of stuff that goes on with them.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know whether you're still aware. Sorry, Tony. I don't know if you're aware, but can you remember a player, Kieran Dyer?
Yes, Kieran Dyer. Yeah.
I was watching a podcast a couple of years ago, and he was nicknamed a bad boy when he was up here because of his behaviour, etc., etc. He came out years afterwards and said that he was abused by his uncle as a child sexually. No wonder that because he didn't feel strong enough, or he trusted anybody enough to come out and be honest about it and get the support while he was playing. He abused his body. He got injuries because of that. He got depressed. And he said
Yeah.
that he thought about taking his own life. It's such a sad world that we live in when people don't feel as if they can put a hand on each other and say, "Do you know what it is? I don't feel as if I'm coping," but because
Yeah.
they feel as if someone's going to judge them because they're struggling to live a normal life. How do you live a normal life when you can't go to the zoo with your kids without having 100 selfies?
Literally that
Sure.
it's going to drive you crazy. Can you imagine your normal life that you're living now? Even if you want, like me, for example, I mean, yeah, if I want to go down the street, I could go down the street with my onesie. You're a Premier League footballer, you go down the street with your onesie, there's memes and
Yeah,
all. It's you know what I mean, it gets like that. I mean, even Dele Ali, the interview from Dele Ali recently,
yeah, yeah.
a lot of us can a lot of us can refer to that. Like, growing up as an African and stuff, Tony, you can refer to some of the things that he said about the African families and stuff. When I heard that interview, I'm like, yeah, I can understand that. I can see that. But to come from that, to actually be a Premier League footballer, to actually do the things that he did, and then him saying, I never trusted any manager. I never trusted anybody. The only manager I
Yeah.
trusted was Pochettino, and then Pochettino was gone. So imagine where that left him. Like, don't get me wrong, there's obviously another 24 players in the squad, but he's talking from his point of view, from his side, from his eyes, to say, that's my comfort zone. That's who I trusted. That's who, that I wanted to fight and play for. When Mourinho came, I'm like, whoa, who's this guy? He went back
Look
in
what
his shell.
happened. Yeah, yeah.
He went
Prime
back in his
example,
shell.
mate. You've hit the
Well,
nail on the head there for me.
who's
Look what
this
happened to
And
him when his fail safe left.
mm,
Yeah,
who's this guy? He went back in his shell. But and that's what I said to you when I said, when the manager gets his arm around you and say, you're my guy and stuff like that, certain players
need that.
reflect on that differently. Some of them probably never had love like that before. Ali, for
Yeah,
example, he probably never had love like that before to say, you're my guy. And Pochettino put his arm around him and say, you're my guy. That's why he saw the best form of the reality, right? So when
yeah.
Mourinho came and go, he's not winning hard, he's not working hard, and doesn't even know the player, doesn't even know what he's going through, doesn't know anything. He's like, all right, then, fuck it, then. I'll just go back in my shell then. All right, thanks for coming.
His
Like,
safety
mm,
net,
I
his
get, I get,
safety net was gone. Yes, his safety net was gone, and he went into himself, didn't he?
yeah.
guys, yeah, please, because we have to touch Tottenham Hotspurs and this United Manchester derby. Yeah, see, MUFC Global. Yeah, I know you've been looking at them while they've been, talking about this big issue that we just got across right now. See, look into that quickly. Yeah, just look into that Manchester derby coming up. Do you still want to kiss the boots of Man City, or do you want to talk a big game right now about you trying to monster something out of Man City?
Um, the truth is, on paper, City they're clear favorites.
Yeah, yeah.
They're clear favorites to win the match, and well, the proof is in the pudding actually. And of course, any Manchester United fan now who is saying we're gonna beat City, probably they're in cuckoo land, if you know what I mean,
Mm,
or you just cannot write us off entirely because it's a derby, and no matter how poor we have been or we have been
yeah.
playing before we play City, we still
Mm,
find a way to turn up, if you know what I mean. So we still find a way to
exactly.
to put up a good and a strong performance. So
Yeah.
but currently looking at what is on ground right now, we have
Mm,
injury problems, injury concerns, and as well as our playing pattern. We've not really found our rhythm as a team, finding the right tactics, the right mentality, and our players, some of them they're not really on form. You look at Rashford for some couple of games now, he has been below par,
He turns
and
up
of
against
course our
United
attack, not just not just
against City. Sorry.
not just not just not just Rashford, not just Rashford. I think Hoyland has struggled in a bit, as well as Anthony from the right. Our attackers have not really been productive in terms of goal
yeah.
scoring. You check our last 2-3 games, I think it has been maybe the midfielders or the defenders who has found the back of the net. So there's a lot concerning Manchester United and our tactics and the playing style, the kind of formation, team selection that Eric Ten Hag chooses. They've been a
But
big
quick,
question in that regard. So
but quickly, do you think Ten Hag can be able to galvanize his boys and put that fire? Yeah, can just rain in fire on these boys and say, "Hey, guys, we're playing these guys. Yeah, this is Manchester. This is Manchester. This is the football club that is the biggest in England. Come on now. We can do this. Do you think it's that manager right now? Do you think his head is down there right now? Do you think you can galvanize your boys to let's go like one last shot? Yeah, one last shot. Can he do it? Yes or no? Before we go to on the man quickly.
I think it's gonna be luck because 2-3 games before the City games, still the same circus. We still end up playing, subpar. Our opponents will make our opponents better, look better than we are, and this is City. This is City we're playing. Obviously, they're gonna dominate the possession, they're gonna have more of the ball, they're gonna create more chances. But like I said before, the injury problems we have or we've been having is going to affect us because we are missing some key players in some key positions. The absence of Luke Shaw is actually detrimental to the way we play. In terms of inverting. Of course,
Mm,
there's a way that Shaw Marcus Rashford partnership is no longer there, so they can't really connect. So there's a lot of blending. There's a lot of understanding the game of these some of these players, and it's really going to affect us. Wan Bissaka as well, who has been one of our best
yeah.
players too as well in recent times, is
Mm,
absent. Lisandro Martinez, is absent, one of our pillars at the back. So there's a lot going on, and of course, Onana has not really found his form, which let's hope whether this the Champions League victory, the penalty save he had, maybe he's gonna do the magic. So it's gonna take a lot
mm,
of focus, a lot of attention, especially when you're out of when you're not with the ball, when you're out of possession. What do you do? How do you regroup? Because there are spaces. We create pocket of spaces for our opponent to exploit. You know,
mm,
these are
mm.
problems that
So in
Ten
other
Hag
words,
has.
you don't trust Ten Hag to
To be
push this
honest,
voice to victory.
not that I don't trust Ten Hag. I don't not that I trust him. He's the man to take us to the promised land. But currently, I don't trust. I don't believe. I don't think we can beat City. If I'm being honest, because of what
Okay,
these players have shown to us.
okay,
Against
okay.
Sheffield United, it
See.
was
I
crazy.
hear you.
Copenhagen,
I hear you.
crazy.
See, MEFC Global. I hear you. Yeah, but Wolves. Yeah, the scrub and the bomb of this league. Yeah,
They're
believed
not
and beat
stubborn,
City. Yeah, the bombs of this league. Yeah, the
they're not the
scrubs,
one.
the dregs of this
They're
league.
not the
Yeah,
good.
beat City up. Yeah, at the Molyneux. Yeah, come on, guys. Newcastle. Yeah, although I have deep respect for Newcastle, they beat City up in the same league we're talking about. Yeah, they
Wolves
came down to the
Wolves have a
Emirates.
history.
No,
They
It
no,
have a
no,
good
no,
was
history.
no.
it was
Wait,
a
wait, wait.
climbing
You
path.
had your say. You had your
It
say.
wasn't the
You
league, it
had
was a
your say.
climbing
You
path.
had your say. And then Newcastle, yeah, beat the same guys up. Yeah,
It was a
they
climbing
came to
cup,
the Emirates. They
not the
came
league.
to the game that's in the EFL Cup. Yeah, sure, on a man.
Yeah.
Now they came to the Emirates, and you know, Arsenal still beat them up. So these guys, yeah, are still in for the taking. Yeah, they've not hit third gear yet. So literally City can be beaten. Not talk of in a derby where anything goes in a derby. We all know that anything goes here. Anything can happen. So
Can I say something?
so MUFC Global, yeah. Uh, I hear what you're saying, yeah. I hear you. But again, I don't think that you should just totally give up like that and allow City come and wallop you like that, man. Uh,
Can
bro,
I say something?
anything can happen. This is Manchester United. Yeah, it doesn't matter whether you have injuries. It doesn't matter whether you have a lack of personnel. You can believe because if Wolves can believe and beat them up, if Arsenal can believe and beat them, come on, man. Manchester
Can I,
United.
can I say
I
something?
said it before. I
On a
said it before.
uh,
This is a
uh,
Manchester derby. Anything can happen. We can be poor. We have a track record of being poor this season. But when it comes to a derby match, we find a way to somehow, overperform, and maybe get a win or a draw. I still believe we can still put up a fight. We can still put up a show against City, even though it's gonna be most people have written City to beat us 7-0, 6-0.
No,
So
it's not gonna be that.
so,
it's
so,
only
so,
fair for me to find my
so you
peace
think
right
it's
now.
gonna be a lesser loss, right? That's how
Can
you're
I say
looking at
something?
It's
Can I say
possible.
something? There's things that people are not understanding about football in general, about the league, or about what Man City is actually doing, right? When you just talked about United just now, you talked about all these injuries you have to your first team players, right? Your key players, and the players you're bringing in are not first team players. This is the difference between Man City and the rest of the league. Man City don't actually have first team players and not first team players. Everybody in that squad plays a minimum 25 starts because of all the competitions that they have. So everybody is razor sharp ready at every time. So Akanji started at the weekend. He got a red card. Who's coming in for Akanji? Diaz is coming in. Is Diaz less of a player? No, he's not. So everybody is so prepared, and that's the difference between Man City and a lot of these other people. These other people get so many players, 25-man squad and all these, but these players are not playing. So when the first team players are missing, you get these squad players, so-called squad players or lesser players coming in that are not match fit, that are not ready to play. Where City, for example, every player is ready because you don't know when Pep is going to call on you to come and play. Rico Lewis, bless him, has to stay ready at all time because he could start at any minute. He literally next week he could be starting and he couldn't play, he might not play for 3 weeks. So he has to stay mentally ready, sharp, fit, and everything ready, right? Where in other clubs, they know they're not playing. So they don't have to stay mentally ready. And so when you now thrust them in and say, right, Manchester Derby, go and play, they're like, oh shit, what is this? What do I do with the football? Right? That's the difference. So when you got the key players, Casemiro, I'm sure Casemiro is missing as well. You got Lisandro Martinez missing. That's 3 of your strong back 4 missing. And now you now have the likes of Maguire coming in, who doesn't really know whether he's going or coming or staying or leaving. You got Malacia or whoever else is coming in. And you got Johnny Evans, right, coming in. You're not going to feel confident going into that game because these players are not expected to play. Johnny Evans is expected to come to Manchester, come to United and have his cup of tea every weekend and put his big jacket on and just chill. But all of a sudden, Johnny Evans is playing. I'm not disrespecting Johnny Evans. He's a great player. We saw the pass for the goal, right? But what I'm saying is these players are not the ones you expected are going to be playing right this minute, right now at the beginning of the season. So in Ten Hag's time, in Ten Hag's reign, he's not really changed the squad per se. He's gone back to what you had before. So the players he signed, they're either not on form, they're either not fitted in, or they're either not playing or whatever. And it's gone back to rely on the same players again. McTominay, he wanted McTominay out. And now McTominay is like one of the first names on the team sheet, but he wanted him out. He brought players in to take McTominay's place. Do you know what I mean? So he's going back to these players, and these players are like, they're confused as fuck. Like, am I staying? Am I going? Am I playing? Anthony Martial is another one. He's like, I'm still number 9 at United? Really? my trick is still working over here? Do you know what I mean? So he doesn't. It's like that. It's so disorganized that you don't expect them to come in and now say, "It's a derby." We know they turn up at the derby, but the players that they have right now are not the ones that will turn up at the derby. Evans is not expected to play. He's expected to get nice bit of coffee and come and chill on the bench. But all of a sudden, you're saying, Evans, you're playing at 38 years old. You're playing against Haaland. Bro, you saw what Milner went through in the hands of Doku. You saw that. They brought him up for safety reasons. Like, listen, it's not safe for him to go back out there. Bring him off right now. And you got Doku coming to face up against 38-year-old Johnny Evans. What the hell are you expecting?
Totally agree.
MEFC Global, yeah. When I told you to have a go, yeah, you wanted to appease.
I'm stating facts, Tony. It's facts.
Look at the epic takedown. Look at the epic takedown.
No, it's fact, actually. He's speaking facts. I understand what you're saying.
I've beaten both teams.
That's why. That was why I said.
Let's go to Andrew Bell. I've beaten both teams. Yeah, facts. Yeah, you guys like facts, yeah? I've beaten Manchester United. I've beaten City this season.
That's a fact, Tony. Now you're stating facts, Tony. Now you're in the facts game. That's facts. That's facts, Tony.
Don't worry. Your chest to get it.
You've got big part players for Man United that are now being depended on hugely.
Yeah.
Andrew Bell. Because I have a special question that will be the last question, yeah. But just before we get into that question, in which you would also start that question, what do you think will be the scoreline between Man City and Manchester United?
I think for Man United's purposes, I don't think the scoreline's the important part. It's the performance. I've watched Man United so many times this season play badly and get a result. The problem with is, for me, there's no. identity behind them. It's just throwing players in and hoping for the best. Now, I totally agree with what Anime before there. He's had his hands tied behind his back. All the money he's spent, and he's still having to go back to the likes of Scott McTominay and Martial, Evans. I mean, you're on about a goalkeeper. I like Onana as a goalkeeper, but he's already De Gea had a Golden Glove last season, and they just let him go. Yeah, I just don't get it with Man. I think it proves that there's problems with Man United other than Ten Hag. But I do believe that if they don't start showing performances, not results, performances, he will be out the door before faster than his feet can touch the floor. Because if he was performing well, if they were performing well and you could see progression, you could give him a little bit of grace. But every time I see Man United, the things that they're doing wrong in the game before, they're continuing to do wrong. And then there's another problem on top of that. There just seems to be no cohesion in that team at all, whether it's in the dressing room or on the pitch or in the news. So I think, for me, if they give themselves a good performance and they get beat, so be it. But I do not see them getting a result against Man City, no.
Okay, the final question for the end of the day, yeah, and and this question goes to both Onome, of course, my co-host and co-owner of the show, and to you, Andrew Bell, yeah.
Thanks,
Tottenham
Alves.
Hotspurs. Tottenham Hotspurs. It's getting scary. It's getting scary, guys. It's getting
They've played
scary.
nobody yet, man.
See, but still, it's getting scary. See, yeah, one thing that gives me confidence that you can gazump a team, yeah, is okay. You know what? Yeah, if a team is scoring goals, beating teams, yeah, it's good. It's nice. Yeah, every other team have a fighting chance against those type of teams. Yeah, good and okay. But the certain team that scares me, yeah, is a team that shows grit. One is a team that scores goals. Two, and a team that doesn't concede goals. Tottenham Hotspurs is not conceding goals, and that is what scares the hell out of me. These guys are
Based on
not
what? They've
conceding.
played nobody so far. Look at the teams that they played this
I
season.
know, but we cannot keep saying that for 9 games. We can't keep saying that. And again, this manager, Ange Postecoglou, took a team, inherited a horrible team. Look at what he's done that team to. See, we can turn a blind eye to the same thing, yeah? We can turn a blind eye to it. But this Tottenham Hotspur team I'm seeing, they're scoring goals, they're playing good football, they look comfortable on the ball.
Yeah, they do.
He's brought back dead players, yeah, right from the dead. Son is scoring goals. Last season he was looking dead. He resurrected his career. Bissouma looks like a new player. The partnership between him and Papa Sarr is looking amazing. Richarlison is making those dip runs. Kulusevski has a new lease of life. Their goalkeeper, who is a new goalkeeper, who just took over
That's
from
good, bro.
Loris last season, is looking exceptionally good. See, it doesn't matter how we kind of like say Tottenham are shit. Yeah, we have to start putting credit on their name. Yeah,
When they
and some
start
of them
beating
just
teams
from
in and
this
around
guy.
them.
I don't know. What do you guys think? I'll leave it for the professionals to talk about it. I'll start with you, Onome. Onome, give us a professional view out of it. Then Andy will conclude for us.
Well, when we go with facts to say Tottenham are not conceding goals, I will have you know that City have conceded the least amount of goals out of everybody, barring one goal, right? City have conceded 7. Everybody else, the nearest is conceded 8. So let's not get excited and say Tottenham not conceding goals, right? City still have the best. They have the best defensive record, whichever way you want to put that. Table shows it. But the table. Hold on,
They've just considered 8 goals this season.
let me
It's
finish
not bad.
my point. Let me finish my point. I got the table in front of me, so that is in terms of the Premier League. That is what the situation is. In terms of Tottenham, right? They are playing good football. I always believed, and I said that to DG Spurs. You can roll the tapes back. I said that to DG Spurs. I said, as good as Harry Kane was, I feel like Harry Kane is holding the team back because when Harry Kane is in that team, everything goes through him. Every manager that comes, everything goes through him. And that doesn't allow other players to actually play to the best of their ability because the minute they get their head up and they see Kane, they're like, oh shit, I gotta give the ball to him. Now players are playing with this freedom, right? Of we're going to play as a team, right? It's now formed as a team. So they're showing their true qualities. Tottenham have got very good players in the team. Son, everybody knows what Son represents. Son is a top left foot, right foot. He's got everything. Everybody knows that, right? So Son is just showing what he's always had, right? Without Harry Kane, without having to wanting to pass that ball to Harry Kane or Sean Harry Kane. Everybody knows what Maddison is. Maddison is a very good player. We all know what Maddison is. So for Tottenham to get him, that's actually the perfect club for him to go to. In terms of Tottenham title credentials, you can't start to say he's getting shaky, he's getting scared. It's 9 games, Maji. Do you know what I mean? This is the thing, right? It's 9 games. The league, when you talk about the league, we start talking when it's 20 games now. We start talking when the Christmas fixtures are done. And this is what I said to you last season, Tony, when I said Christmas is not Christmas last season. So when you said we talk about Christmas, I said no,
No, man, I did not say they are gonna win the league. I didn't say they are gonna win the
You
league.
said it's getting shaky, it's getting scared, it's getting scary and stuff like that.
I said no.
It's getting serious.
Read my words. I said that because they are not conceding goals, it is more scary.
And I've just showed you that Man City's considered goals than them.
I'm not talking about the league. I'm not talking of them winning the league, but I'm just saying that a team that are winning with this progression and they are not conceding goals also, it's a big problem. It's scary. So I'm not
But
talking
I've just
about the
showed
league.
you.
I'm not saying we should be afraid of Tottenham Hotspurs. I'm just
And
saying that a team that
you
doesn't concede right now, it's scary. That's what I'm
But
saying.
you and them, you and Tottenham have actually considered the same amount of goals, which is 8 goals. Newcastle have considered only 9 goals, right? But Newcastle have lost 3 games. City has considered the least amount of goals. All of that doesn't really matter. In terms of the league, it's a marathon. We start to see true colors. Somebody will pull away. I don't believe that any league can have 4 people challenging. It's not possible to have 4 or 5 teams challenging. At some point in the 20th fixture, 25th fixture, 2 teams will pull away and start to show that, okay, is these 2 teams. By the 30th fixture, you will see the table very clear. Do you know what I mean? This is only 9 games. It's just starting. You saw last season, at the beginning of the season, was like, and then you saw, oh, Arsenal obviously ran away with it. It's like, oh, whoa, let's chase him. And other teams like, oh, we can't chase them. And they fell by the wayside. And City was like, we've done this before, we can chase them. At some point, the league will show itself. What Tottenham is doing right now is top 4 credentials. That's how I see it. It's top 4 credentials. That's all I see right now for Tottenham. It's top 4 credentials. That's it. They're trying to come back into the top 4 where they belong. That's what I see from them. I don't see no title challenging and title this. Tottenham ain't won the cup for God knows how long. It's not going to be the first season where they come and just piss the league and win the league. You've seen how
But again,
City
that's what they said
down.
about Leicester City, right?
Yeah,
Come on,
it happened. So what? Blackburn won the first Premier League. So what? It is what it is. But Tottenham are not. I don't see that from them. I see top 4 credential. I see them starting fast, going through their bad spell, and then finishing strong and going, yep, we're in the top 4. 3rd or 4th or whatever, we're in the top 4. That's what I see. If you want to talk about that now, you can make a case for Aston Villa right now and say, oh, Aston Villa are 19 points. They're only 4 points off the top of the league. Well, why are you not making a case for Aston Villa? They're playing good football.
Aston Villa have been beaten this season.
And so what?
Tottenham remained 2 of the unbeaten teams this season. They are looking good.
Because
They're
they played
scoring goals. Van der Van is looking good. Their back 4 is looking solid. In the middle of the park, they're looking good. Bissouma, Papasar are looking great. Ange Postecoglou has got them playing champagne football, even better football than what my manager is putting up at Arsenal right now. See, sometimes you just have to be shameless and call a spade a spade. That team is looking good.
They played nobody in the top 8 yet. They played nobody in the top 8.
Yeah.
They played Brentford, Wolves, Burnley. They've played literally nobody in the top, at least 4, 6.
They beat Liverpool.
Sorry, yes, they played Liverpool. That's the only side that
they beat Man United.
Well, Man United will not be in the top 6, 8 this season. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. They'll not be. The only performance that
it's still very early.
Spurs are playing good football. They are. They are playing some good football, and they've got a very good front 5 at the moment. They've got a very high pressing, but I guarantee you, they play the Christmas fixtures and everything in that way. They will get injuries first of all, and they do not have the quality off the bench. if Spurs lose on Maddison and Son at the same time, what have they got? They've got Richarlison and Højbjerg, or what's the young kid's name? I can't think of the young kids. Johnson from Forest to come in. Very good players, but they're not used to the demands of a top club. David Johnson's, I think he's going to be a very, 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 very good player. But when you're at Forest, you lose 2 games in a row, it can be accepted. When you're at Spurs, as much as Spurs aren't Liverpool or Man United, you still, as soon as you start losing 2-3 games in a row, the pressure's on the manager. So they've got to learn to deal with that. They've got some young players that need, the centre-half, for example, he looked terrible the first 2 games I've seen him, but he looks a steady hand now. But there's going to be times when he's going to get caught out at that high line because he has not got the legs to get back against a Callum Wilson, for example.
See, I'm not making a case for them. I hate Tottenham Hotspurs. I don't like these guys. Yeah?
I know, man.
But again, we shouldn't be far from reality. Yeah, and again, when you're just looking at it, from outside, we're not really looking at the whole. We're not looking at the case holistically. Yeah,
I would be looking at Villa more than Spurs.
Manchester United failed to agree, a package to actually sell the football club to a certain sheik who came down there to buy the club. Yeah, and now that same sheik is gathering a consortium together to go and get Tottenham Hotspurs anytime from now. So see, if Tottenham Hotspurs, yeah, kind of like just weather the storm, yeah, keep their most important players fit. And again, it's not far from reality because they are not playing in the Carabao Cup. They don't have any European Cup engagement. So they can have a fit team to go at Arsenal, who's playing in 4 competitions, at Man City, who's playing in 3 grounds. Yeah, this is a big problem. They could just turn up every week, every Saturday and Sunday, and turn up, win a game, and go back to sleep. That's what I'm talking about. And again, if a sheik comes and buys up that football club, then by January, because this is what I'm hearing, that I'm hearing that they want to kind of make sure they keep their players fit right now, and then January we would see the real levy, or by then the sheik must have taken over the football club, as I'm hearing, that talks will soon start with Tottenham Hotspur in buying that football club. And in January, they go and make a splash, yeah? And then they go bring a very tough tackling midfielder and bring him in, one backup defender, and maybe they go bring a very prolific striker with that Sheik's money, yeah? Maybe with Victor Osimhen. How about that? And then it transforms them into a very, very dangerous team. And again, the problem with having a dangerous team is having a dangerous striker. Not only a dangerous striker, you're not conceding goals again. That's double trouble. And again, they are not in the Champions League. They are not in the Europa League.
Tony, let me make a point for that. They're not in the Champions League. They can turn up every Saturday. That, I believe, was Arsenal's downfall last season. Not playing regularly and playing just every Saturday, right? Because the players are not in that rhythm now. It's completely different. Training during the week and playing every Saturday is completely different. You might think it's a rest and stuff like that, but they're not in tune with the match fitness and the matches and stuff. So that's not always an advantage, as you saw last season. Let's come out the Champions, let's come out the Europa League, let's come out of the competition and just focus on the league. Well, guess what happened? The players look leggy, the players look tired and stuff, right? Where City, on the other hand, they're sharp, right? They're in game mode. They are literally like every 2 days. So they go into a routine of, as soon as they finish this game, next day is recovery, the next day is a little tactics warm-up, and the next day is a game. The next day is recovery, the next day is a little tactics warm-up, and the next day is a game. They go through that, where if you are playing every Saturday, it could work against you. So that's not an advantage. That's not an advantage. So let's not give that as an advantage, right? It's not an advantage at all.
Can help your squad, but I totally agree with Anime there. It's physical fitness, mental fitness, isn't it? Rather having a mindset of we must go every 2 days, we must go every 3 days. Totally agree.
MSU Global, where are you in this conversation?
Well, to me, we can't write off Spurs, even though I know it seems like I'm losing my mind. But I think
I didn't want to say it.
But to be honest, I think he deserves credit, because you look at Tottenham Hotspur last season, the mess it was when Conte left the club, and no one
Mm.
expected them to kickstart, to just keep flourishing at
Yeah,
this point in time.
accelerating this
And
way. Mm.
yeah, of course, and we must actually respect Postecoglou right now. The style of play, the system, everything
Yeah,
seems
like this
seems
time.
to work. In line with what you
Yeah.
want. And of course, they brought in one of the best players in the league, Madison. He has transformed the way they play. It's a plus, coupled with
It's a
the
plus.
unknowns that he has gotten. Vicario,
Oh,
like you said,
and they are
he's one of
looking
those
good.
goalkeepers.
That's what I'm saying. They are
Yeah, of
looking
course, he's
good.
looking good. Yeah, of course, they're looking good. But some persons can arguably say this is just 9 games, and they've not really faced real opponents. They've not really
But
faced real
again, but
opponents.
again, you can only beat the teams that are being put forward before you, man. See, man, we played
Yeah,
against Fulham, yeah. This same Fulham, we drew against Fulham. They beat Fulham. How about that?
yeah, they
How
beat
about that?
Fulham.
How about
Yes, yeah,
that? They're
and
playing good
mind
football.
you,
How about that?
mind
They
you,
are getting that winning mentality back.
this was how Arsenal started last season. By this time, I think they were on. Okay, no, they've lost one. They lost against Man United. Aside that Man United loss, they were playing very well. This was how they started, and we cannot write. Personally, for me, with the way
Mm.
Spurs has
Mm.
actually played this season, they beat they beat Arsenal. Abi, did they beat Arsenal?
They drew. Come on, beat, bro. Come on, man. Don't let
Okay,
me
okay,
cause
they drew
They
trouble here.
drew,
Arsenal.
they
They,
You're
they
not.
drew
You're
they
not
drew
being calm here.
Arsenal.
Don't let me cause
Okay,
trouble here, man.
they drew Liverpool.
Beat
Yeah, yeah. It was
Arsenal? Are you
Liverpool they drew.
serious?
They beat Liverpool. They beat Liverpool and they drew Arsenal. It actually puts them in that conversation because any Spurs fan will say, why can't you put us in that
In
fray
that
as being title
conversation.
contenders?
Andrew Bell,
In that
Andrew Bell, Andrew Bell, Andrew Bell. If Tottenham Hotspurs beat Man City, if Tottenham Hotspur, see, they have Man City in the next up, I think up to in the next 7 games they have Man City. Yeah, if they beat Man City, will you put them in the title conversation?
No, because what's their next 4 games?
What the fuck?
Mate, we just Newcastle beat Man City in the Carling Cup, and then we dropped points against. But we drew against West Ham. We could have lost that game. We were 2-1. We 1-0 down, 2-1. We nearly lost again. Spurs season will not be decided on beating Man City in one game. It's going to be beating the likes of Villa, ourselves, Newcastle, beating Man United regularly, not just dropping a point against Bournemouth and then beating Man City. No, I think Onome is that bang on. I think if they carry on the way that they're going and they can beat sides like they
I'm
are
sorry.
now and
Is it
still
that
play against them sides well, then they'll be looking maybe top 4, top 6.
Andrew Bell? Is it that we are Onome, I'll come to you now. Is it that we are discriminating against this club because they don't have a history of winning
No,
a trophy? That's why we're looking down at them. I can understand if we're coming from that direction.
I would do that in Newcastle if that was
I
the
think that's
case.
the case.
Andrew Bell, I'm talking to you.
Sorry, man.
Are you discriminating against the club because of their winning ratio in terms of cup titles? They don't have a good trophy cabinet. They don't have a history of winning the league. Is that why you're kind of like, looking down at them in terms of winning the league or saying or putting them in that conversation for challenging for the title this season?
If that's the narrative, then I would have Newcastle in bottom half because we've won even less than Tottenham in the last 50, 60 years. I base it on what I'm seeing with my eyes. There is, with their high line, they are getting caught and they have been rather fortunate in a couple of games. If they start performing against the sides like
Yeah,
the Villas, like I said, then I will start taking them seriously. But
yeah,
we've also got to remember this is a new manager. When we had Graham Souness, we went 9 games unbeaten in the first season.
yeah.
Everyone was saying that we're going to finish in the top 6. Look what happened. We finished 11th. So let's
Mm.
just give it time. If this was a boxing fight, there's 2 rounds. There's 10 rounds left of 12 rounds. Anyone can land a punch on Tottenham yet. Honestly, I totally agree with what you're saying, but I think on the narrative for what you're talking about, we have to put Villa in that conversation because
Same.
their squad's a lot stronger.
I,
Can,
I
can,
get that.
can I say?
Onome, same thing to you, yeah. Onome, same thing to you. Do you want to say something, MEFC Global? Where to say
Yeah, yeah.
something?
I wanted to say something. Yeah,
Yeah, say because
you know.
Onome has the final word before the show closes.
Okay, all right. I wanted to say that when you're talking about winning the league, what wins you or what can make a club win a league? It has to do with winning the lesser teams. You have to beat the
Yep.
in quotes
Yeah.
the lesser team on
Mm.
paper. And
And
at the
they are
moment,
doing that. They are doing that. They are
yes,
doing that.
Spurs are doing it at the moment.
Okay.
They are beating the smaller teams at the moment. So I think the mentality or what Ange could be telling them could be, you have to beat these lesser teams. We know when we meet the big guys, either we should fight for a draw, we should avoid a loss. So even
Yeah.
if they draw or they lose against the big guys, winning the lesser teams. I think they have Crystal Palace next. So if they can
Yeah.
if they can get a
Tomorrow.
point, yeah, if they can get the 3 points from the Crystal Palace match, I think it will still give them that boost, that morale, that confidence. You think that they can compete and actually win the league, even though if they go meet City, Chelsea, United, the big six members of the big six, if they go meet them and probably lose or draw, if they can amass as much points they can from these lesser teams, I think, of course, Spurs can. But at the moment, it's still very early, as most people are
It's still
saying.
very early.
But they proved the statement. They actually told everybody, look out for us. Beating Liverpool, even though arguably there are a lot of controversies surrounding the way they won that match. It doesn't matter, they
Yeah.
got the 3 points. They still, the same Arsenal team who everybody felt like they were gonna come out strong, they
Yeah.
were able to draw that game 2-2. So the point I'm trying to say is don't entirely write City off this conversation. It happened to us last season. It's
No,
just
no,
that our
I've
own
not talked about City. I've not written
because
City. I've not talked about City.
nobody expected us to qualify for top four, considering how shitty we started last season. We were
Good
losing
point. Good
games.
point.
Sheffield United beat us. We lost 4-0.
Mm-hmm.
Liverpool smashing 7-0.
Hiding,
A
yeah.
lot of things happen exactly. So my point is, right now Tottenham are actually doing what is required of every team, what City usually do. They get all the points from the lesser teams and they get a draw or they lose with the big teams. And I can't entirely write Spurs now. Let's see how they go. If they beat Crystal Palace, then trust me. And hopefully their players stay fit before or after Christmas, then I think they're good to go.
It's getting them into a good
Um,
habit.
Yeah, still
yeah,
have it.
yeah, definitely. See, it's still the same thing. I'm also asking you to. Ange Postecoglou, winning mentality, come to this football club, galvanizes the way they play, back to back, manager of the month. Yeah, this is big. It helps the team mentality. They've not lost a game this season. Big mentality. They're winning the games put before them. Big mentality. They're not considering lots of goals. Big mentality. See, it's the same thing I asked Andrew Bell. It's the same thing. See, do you think we're looking down at them because of they don't have that, that streak in terms of winning cup titles, cup games, and all this stuff? Are we a bit looking down at them? If it was Liverpool that started like this, yeah, and just got nine games unbeaten, winning games, putting teams on a leash right now, it doesn't matter if they've made the big teams yet, yeah. Will we be having the same conversation now?
Who's that to? Sorry.
To you, it's to
Yeah.
Onome.
So,
It's to Onome.
so,
If
so
it was
my
Liverpool, if it was Liverpool that won up, that just did the same thing that Tottenham did now, will you look at it differently from how you're looking at Tottenham Hotspurs right now?
if you want to talk about Liverpool, you're talking about a team that the trophy cabinet is just ridiculous. The mentality there
Exactly.
is ridiculous. Let me finish.
Exactly. You've just said my point. You've answered my point. We are looking at Tottenham differently right now because they are not winning trophies. They don't
Tony,
have the
Tony,
history
Tony.
of winning
So,
trophy.
so
You
when
just
we
said
start,
it yourself.
let me ask the question. So when we start the league,
So does that becloud
hold
our
on,
judgment
hold on.
about what they're achieving right now?
When the league starts, any Tom, Dick, and Harry that starts well and are top of the league by by 4 game or 5 game, should we not take them as title contenders? It's
But,
ridiculous, man. The conversation is
but
ridiculous.
again,
You don't take them as title contenders.
you just dispelled it because I asked you about Liverpool. You just threw that point away right now because I asked you about Liverpool. If it was Liverpool that did what Tottenham Hotspur did, will you take it as something different from how Tottenham did.
Teams,
You said yes because Liverpool have
Tony.
a history of winning, and I clearly
It's
understand
not
that. I'm
about
not
history,
putting
but
an
Tony,
argument, but I'm just
Tony.
saying, why are people not taking them seriously? Because I
Okay,
had the same
people are not
argument
taking
with
them.
Arsenal last season. People said that Arsenal was going to come 10th. Deji Sports said that we're going to get relegated. Many of all these guys said we're going to come 8th. I was in a Chelsea room. They said we're going to come 10th. Some other people said we're going to get relegated. No one believed Arsenal will go for the title last season. So I'm now looking at myself like these Tottenham fans. They want to believe. They want to see something to believe. Can they believe that, hey, my manager is playing good football? We're scoring again. We're not conceding goals. We're looking good. We're smashing teams. How about that, Onome? How about that? Let's be
That's all.
fair for once. Let's be fair.
That's That's all well and good. We can be fair all we want to be fair, but the fact still remains that come the end of the season and come the 20th game and the 25th game, we'll now see where everyone is. When you talk about a team like Liverpool, right, and you talk about, okay, I'll break it down for you. Your home games are vital. They are so precious. You just talked about, oh yeah, if Tottenham go and beat Man City, you are going to the Etihad. By the way, it's 22 wins in a row and counting at that stadium. It's 5 years plus in the Champions League not having lost. Do you mean? Do you understand the kind of ground you're talking about going to go and win? It's very difficult to go there and win. Liverpool hold that same high esteem at that ground, at Anfield. When you go there and win, it's a luxury. When back in the day when you used to eat, when you was young and you used to eat and they give you desserts and stuff. Not over here in this country where every kid gets dessert. When we're back in Nigeria and stuff and you get dessert, it's a luxury. You go to Anfield and win, it's a luxury. So when you break down the fixtures, let's break down the fixtures. And St. James's Park, by the way, when you go there, you take a result, a draw or a win. You take that result. You don't look back. You know in the Bible when it says you look back, you turn to salt. You do not look back at that stadium and at fans. They will swallow you. Certain clubs now are making their stadium. Arsenal are another one. That stadium now is rocking.
Forest,
Right?
not in
Nobody
Forest.
wants Forest. Nobody
Yeah.
wants anybody to come to their stadium and come and do any type of way, come and beat them in the kiki and smile. Oh hell, that's a nice game, right? Etihad is that stadium right now. So when you look at the fixtures, right, if everybody wants to take their fixtures, and only a few teams will succeed at this, right? You look at the fixtures, there's 38 fixtures. 38 divided by 2. What's that? 17, 18 games, whatever it is, right? You now say, right, you know what? There's going to be, out of 17 games at Anfield, out of 17 games at Etihad, out of 17 games at Newcastle, which is the culture they're trying to create now, there's going to be 12 to 13 victories in that. Victories, not draws. Right? At the Etihad, for example, 12 to 13 victories. That's already 12 to 13. Now you go to the lesser teams away from home. You go to the likes of Fulham, and there's going to be victories in those. So there's another maybe 6, 7 victories to pick up away from these lesser teams. All of a sudden, you got 20 wins out of 38 games. That is title contenders. That's what title contenders do. That's how the fixtures are broken down for them. Their home games, vital, because guess what? The same way that Man City are doing my home game is vital. Other teams are looking at that same fixture and going, we're not getting anything. We're not getting anything out of that. Forget that game. Let's concentrate on these ones that we can get things out of, right? That's how it works. When I used to play, right, at the beginning of the season, pre-season, we go through the fixtures. And the manager, we're very open with it. It goes through the table and we'll go through the fixtures and we'll go, right, that's a win. That's going to be difficult. So when we go into those games, these games have been marked as wins. These games have been marked. We now go, yep, this is one of the games, guys. This is one of the games. Let's go, right? Don't forget, this is one of the games we counted as wins. So the extra effort and the extra energy, even from the manager, the team he picks for that game is different from the team he picks for the game he goes, we're not going to win that game. That's why you see some teams go to the Etihad and go, I got Fulham next week. Please, let's just turn up at that game and just if you could write off a game and say we don't want to play that game, take a 3-0 whitewash. A lot of teams will do that at certain stadiums, at the Etihad, at Anfield, because they go, let's save our legs, man. There's no point going to run around like frigging, I don't know, run around like dogs chasing frisbees or whatever and not get a result. And we're tired for the most important fixture, which is Brentford next week. That's how the fixtures work. Some teams is just that basic, and this is what teams are trying to create. Arsenal are trying to create it right now. I've been to Arsenal. I was there at the City game. I've been to the Arsenal stadium. The atmosphere they're creating there right now is crazy. I've not been to St. James's Park, but that's one of the stadiums I would love to visit. Right, the atmosphere is absolutely ridiculous. And the players, they
Yeah, in St. James
they
Park.
come up with that. They perform according to the atmosphere with the team, and that's how it works. I don't see that same atmosphere at Tottenham. I don't see that right now. Any team can go there and go and pick up a result at some point, and you will see it. They will go there, they'll go pick up a result. I don't see that. They don't even believe they're going to win the league right now. As much as they want to and say this and say that, they don't even believe it. Right now, they're like, oh my God, what's that? Nah, that's false. Any team that's top of the league that is not Liverpool, right? To some extent now, obviously from last season, any team that's top of the league that's not Liverpool, it's a false position because you know Man City is going to come at some point. You're looking back at your shoulder going, yeah, when is this going to be a reality? So that's why I said by 25 games, we will know. By 25 games, 2 teams will have pulled out. Then your position is realistic. So by 25 games last season, when Arsenal's pulled out from the bunch and it's just City chasing, that's when they started going, we can win the league here. We want to win the league. Arteta came out after 25 games or something like that and said, yeah, I want the league. I want to win the league. But he never did that at 10 games. You guys did. You fans did. He never did that. He never did that. You fans gave him the title.
To back up your point on him as well, if you watched the after highlights last night, all the pundits talking,
Oname's feeling good. Oname's feeling good right now.
The one thing that Newcastle had to do, and one thing that we're good at, is getting the home games won. Our home games. Our chances went from 60% getting out of that group stage before the game last night to probably 30% because we've got to go to PSG. PSG have got years of experience to win Champions League games at home. We haven't, but we've still managed to be strong against these sides. If we had any chance, we had to do well in our home game. That's why last night was so vital. That it was so disappointing in a way that we couldn't get a point out of it. I agree with them 100%. The one strong thing that Newcastle have is when we are at home, we can beat anybody. If we play at our best, and it proved last night, if you're not at your best, you're just that little bit off it, you don't get a result.
Yeah, definitely.
The game, sorry, just a quick one. So just add to this point. The game we played against you that we drew, 3-3?
Yes.
I took that result and I ran away from your stadium. I'm like, F you guys, this is the kind of shit you brought us into? What kind of... I was watching that game, I'm thinking, oh my God, what kind of stadium is this? Oh my God. Really? Like the fear of that I had when Mr. Maxima picks up that ball, I'm like, oh God, please, ref, when is this game over? And the game just started. I'm thinking, we are finished here. We're not leaving the stadium, are we? They're going to kill us here. We're not leaving. So when we took that point, I'm like, yep, let's go. And that point, we only took it with quality. Yeah. Kevin De Bruyne, quality pass. And that's just quality and experience. And we took that point and we said, thank you.
And not panicking.
Into our home, 2-0, done. Let's go. That's it. That's how you got to play these games, Tony. You got to play these games with experience and sense. That's when I said to you, Tony, when you went to Chelsea the other day and they were at you, you came up with the 1 point in that game. Praise the mentality of the players to come back in that game. Take that 1 point, run away with it. Don't act cocky and say, we should have won. We should have beat them. No, the game was different on the day. We were thinking we're coming to Newcastle. It's Newcastle, we're going to beat them. But when we came, we were like, oh my God. Kyle Walker was so exposed. I was like, oh, Jesus. Oh, God. I'll take a point.
Because the crowd were pushing, would go forward. We were trying to keep possession, but because every time there was a tackle going in, it was a bit like last night. Newcastle were a little bit of a victim of the crowd, forcing them to go forward, and we kept getting caught on the break. Dortmund were doing to us what we normally do to sides away from home.
Yeah.
Soaking up pressure and breaking on them quickly. Had the crowd not been pushing us so far forward, we probably would have comfortably drawn that game, not conceded. So as much as Adam is bang on a Man City game, we just got Trippier, brilliant free kick. ASM, that was the day that everyone says on ASM's day he's world class. Well, that was the day that he was, because there wasn't very many other ones. But home fans, I've always said it, crazy. Honestly, I've been to one away game and ultimate home games. The atmosphere to James is obviously I'm going to be biased. But I'd love to experience the Cop on a European day night as well. It's another place I'd really like to experience European thing. But he's bang on there. Chelsea could have had Jews slapped, backed and spanked by 20 minutes. You could have been 3-4 down.
Wow. All these teams want Chelsea to smack us up, man. Big ups to CFCOG. CFCOG, my guys in the house. Yeah, CFC, big ups to you, man. Big ups to you. Long head
Thank you,
Yeti.
thank you, OG. Thank you, sir. Thank you, OG.
Big
Honor
ups
me
to long
landing
head
facts.
Yeti, man. Yeti
Honor
is
me
my guy,
landing
my
facts. He
brother.
said.
Yeti is my
And
brother,
and
man. Big
and
up to
talking about
Yeti, man.
atmospheres, it is totally gone at Old Trafford. Theatre of dreams, no more. And that's one of the things.
Theatre of
It's
dream
got,
house more like.
there's no atmosphere there. There's literally no atmosphere there for the players to perform. There's,
There,
you know what I mean?
there could
There's no
be,
atmosphere.
there could be, you never know.
I'm
Okay,
going to have to
Saturday,
go, guys. I'm getting shouted off, by the way. So thank you very much for
yeah.
having me. Take care. Global,
Thank you
take
for coming,
care.
mate.
Son,
Thanks, Andy.
bro,
Thanks,
Bye.
all
Andy.
the best.
Thanks, Andy.
Take care, everyone.
Thanks, Andy.
Yeah.
There's some issues that we've not talked about yet. This PG Mall issue, yeah. I think they're coming out to, kind of apologize to Arsenal that, that they've robbed them yet again. What do you think?
On which occasion? Where did they rob them?
That there should have been a penalty for Arsenal in that game against Chelsea, where
Right.
Sanchez came out and clattered Gabriel Jesus.
Okay. Well, there should have been a goal that wasn't given against Tottenham. It is what it is. It's football. They're human. They make mistakes.
No, but
It's
this is
always
twice
been.
now. This isn't twice
Yeah,
now.
it is. It's football. Do you know
Mind
what I
you,
mean?
it
It's
happened
football. You
last
live with
season
it.
twice also last season.
You
Six
you
points.
live with
If we
it.
did
Let
have
me tell you
those
something.
six
Let me
points,
tell you what I
if we
think.
had those 6 points, we would have won the league easy.
Yeah, shoulda, coulda, woulda. Let me tell you what I think, right? Let me tell you what I think, right? Let me tell you what I think, right? If we start going with all this, oh yeah, it should have been this should, bro. It's football. That's why we love football so much. There
So
was
we
a
should
goal that
allow
happened.
corruption in football. Is that what
It's
you're
not.
saying? So
No,
we
it's
should
not
allow
corruption.
VAR
Can you
to
prove it's
just.
corruption? Be careful what you say on your show. Can you prove it's corruption? You can't prove it's corruption. It's a mistake that they made. They said it's a mistake. What can you say? If someone come up to you and say they made a
Human
mistake,
error.
are you gonna kill them? Are you gonna crucify them for making a
See,
mistake? No,
Anome,
no.
I understand, but it's human error and it keeps persisting. That's why the VAR is there to correct those errors. But for the fact that it keeps happening, I think it happened very recently. Liverpool, Tottenham. Right now, it's happening against Arsenal. So what are we saying? Like, it cannot keep persisting. That error cannot keep persisting. They need to actually find a way to cut those lapses, because it's
Mm,
actually killing the game. It's killing the game, whether we like it or not. So how do we connect? How do we correct those lapses to make sure that those human errors doesn't keep lingering and repeating itself in different dimensions and in different games?
yeah,
So it's a big, 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 big. It's something they need to work on.
they need to work on. Well, no props, man. Onome, what do you think will be Arsenal's scores against Sheffield? Do you think we're
Oh,
gonna win?
Arsenal beat. Arsenal beat. Who you play? You playing at home or away?
We're playing at home, actually.
Yeah, you smacked them, man. You smacked them. 3 or 4 nil. You smacked them. Sheffield United are so disappointing. They're not ready. They're not ready for the league. They're not ready for this league. It's there's- I don't know. Maybe they didn't expect to come up or something, but they're not well equipped and prepared. If you're playing in the championship, or you should have players that are going to be capable of playing in the league above, or you invest heavily and stuff. They're just not ready. Like at Nottingham Forest, when they came up, they're like, okay, we ain't got players that are ready for this league. In fact, Nottingham Forest was even perfect for them because they had a lot of loan players. They didn't actually have their own players, so they actually had to build a squad and actually sign players, and they had money backing them. So they got right. We'll play. We'll sign players. We'll get players in. They tried the striker position so many times. They got Dennis in there. They had a couple, and then Awani was just, it just proved that okay, I'm the guy. I'm going to take on, and then they're ready. But Sheffield United, they're not ready for the league. They're going to lose a lot of games. Luton are not ready. Luton was a miracle to come up. So their
Yeah.
stadium wasn't even ready. So it's just a fairy tale, happy story. Have your one season wonder. Go back down where you belong and chill there. I'm not saying Sheffield United are going to go down. I'm saying Luton are going to go down for sure. But Sheffield United are not ready. Games like Arsenal at home, Sheffield United are not picking up a point. They're not. I'm sorry. They're not. Whip them. Move on. Let's go. It's not even a
Yeah.
conversation.
Yeah, sure, man. Sure, man. So, predictions
You
for
like
your
that one,
matchup.
huh? You like that one? I
I,
talked about
I,
Arsenal.
I, li-
You like that
I
one, yeah?
like that
Sure,
one.
man.
I like
Sure, man.
that one,
You put me up
man.
there. Sure, man. You like that one, yeah? Uh-huh. Once again, I'm speaking Facts, Tony. Facts.
Okay.
Yeah,
No
but the
problem.
thing is, you know, maybe because my team is looking so bad, but they
Yes,
really
we are.
they played us so well. You know, we made them look
Mm.
good. So if they
Bro,
can,
you had
you can't write
Maguire
them.
and and John Evans at the back, bro.
But I think, to be fair, like, let's credit Maguire right now. Like, Maguire deserves respect because he has turned up for some couple of matches. I watch our games, and he has improved his
He
performances.
has
To be
turned
fair,
up. He has turned
yeah,
up. I won't
yes,
lie, man.
that's the
I won't
truth.
lie,
That's the
man.
truth.
And going
Yeah,
again
He's,
and giving you a
he's always
Champions
got
League
that
goal
performance.
is
He's always
is
got that
fine.
performance in him. But once again, what I said earlier was the fact that Ten Hag has come in and Ten Hag has tried to change and bring his own players, but he's having to go back and rely on these guys that he once cast away and
yeah,
once said,
because
"You're not my
injuries.
guy." It's the problem that I have with it. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
because
The guys
the
that he's
players
brought
are
in
injured.
are not performing. What do you think?
Yeah,
Let me ask you a question. Sorry, before you go, let me ask you a question. What do you think of Anthony to start with? What do you think of Anthony as a player? Because I don't rate him at all. At all. What does he do? What is he good at? What's he good at? Please tell me.
you know what? I think that the whole problem concerning Anthony right now is because when people
Forget
think
the
about,
problem. Before the problem came, what was he doing that was great?
okay, he's that wide player. You know, he holds the width. You know, he holds the width from the flank. Actually, he's able to, you know, to cut in, connect with his striker and all of that. You know, and make some kind of,
And Amaze
no, of
laughing,
course.
man.
No, no,
Oh
no.
my
You know,
god.
the truth is Manchester United have not really. We don't really have a proper team actually that can align with his style of play, with the way he plays. If you know what I mean, we don't have that player. We don't have that
How
that team well set up. Because if it is well set up, trust me, we will see. We'll become a team that has that identity and a
let's
system.
let's play let's play before we go. Let's play a quick game. I always like to play this game. Let's play a quick game. Tony, I'm going to play the game with you to start with first. I'm going to come. In fact, let me go to MUFC so that I don't surprise him. So you don't have time to think. Tony, I know you're good in this game. You're going to be fine in this game. I want you to close your eyes and I want to name maybe 3 or 4 players, and off the top of your head, just tell me like what you think they're good at. Right? Just close your eyes for a second. Messi.
What?
Just close your eyes for a second. I want to name 2 or 3 players, and you just tell me their strong points and what they're good at and stuff. Messi,
Okay.
no
Well,
words, right?
Messi.
No words.
No. Like, I mustn't think about it. Like,
Yeah,
I mustn't
yeah,
have a second
we
to think
know.
about it.
Yeah, we know. Okay, let me
No,
get
you
another
Messi
one.
is
just
a
say
team
it. You
player.
just say it.
Messi is a
Hold
team
on.
player. He's a team player, of course. He gives you assist
Strong
and
point.
score.
We know. Ballon d'Or. Great player. Okay, let me name another player. David Beckham. What's his strongest point? What's he good at? What's he great at?
Well, Beckham, he's good in, you know, assists. You know, he's good in
Crossing.
creating chances, crosses, free kicks, and
Thank
all
you,
of that.
like Beckham. Yeah. Okay. Close your eyes again. Ready for the next one?
All right.
Anthony. Anthony. Go on.
Long
Okay.
head
It's to be
Yeti.
Go on.
honest, to be honest, to be
Go on.
honest.
I'm
An-
waiting.
Yeti.
Anthony can connect. You know,
Yeti has
like I
given you
said, he
the
holds the
answer in the
weight.
chat.
No,
The
no,
same
no,
way
no,
you
no,
connect, the same way you was trying to connect your Wi-Fi wasn't
no,
working
no,
since.
no.
That's the same way Anthony's connecting, Abi.
See, see,
My
see,
yeah, what
see,
I
the
bet
truth is,
connect, key, connect, call.
no,
I mean,
see,
forget
listen.
connect, please.
Connect.
I just named some players. You told me what they're good at. I named Anthony. You say he can
Of course,
connect. What
Anthony
kind
is
of
not.
connect?
He's not. See, he's not good yet. I agree.
Oh,
Currently, right
oh,
now, he
thank
hasn't
you,
found that
thank you.
rhythm. No, he hasn't found that rhythm. But that's not to say that he's not good at anything. Like, it's not. No, no, no.
Tony,
To be honest, he
Tony, you
played
like this
better.
game, man?
You
I
don't really,
like this one.
you don't really watch our matches
He's still
He
actually.
waffling.
hits.
To be honest,
He
we
He's
hits.
still
He
play.
hits
waffling,
it, man.
Anthony.
He's waffling.
He's
He's
still
really
waffling.
waffling.
No, no, no. I'm not waffling actually. I'm not waffling actually. We
He's
cannot play
not
better in
waffling, but
games.
he's not
No, I'm
waffling,
not. I'm not. I'm
but
not. We've not gotten the best of Anthony. The Anthony that we saw play at Ajax, obviously. Anthony and Tadic. You look at that connection. At least Anthony scores goals. He creates. He gives assists because Ajax have a system. They have a working system, playing pattern. But we don't have a pattern. We don't have a system, and that is why any player Manchester United brings to the club before you know what's happening, they become bang average. They lose form or they don't play as expected. You look at Mason Mount, you look at this same Anthony per se, and look at Hoylund for some couple of
Man,
games.
somebody just said Anthony is trash, man. I don't like to call players trash, but I don't think he's up to standard, to be honest.
He's not up to standards.
He's
Yes.
not.
Okay,
Come
okay.
on, man.
Let me
Come
ask
on,
you
man.
one question.
Come
Let me ask you one question. Right? Anthony, right? You have Anthony here, right? Let's forget all the problems now. As football players, yeah. Let's forget all the problems. Forget everything else. Take his case away. You have Anthony and you have Jadon Sancho. Who you picking, bro?
I'll take Anthony because Anthony he's right.
Oh,
he's a natural.
dude.
Yes, I will.
Oh
Maybe
no, hell.
Of course,
no.
I will. I will take Anthony because Anthony
You
is
take
a
Anthony
natural.
over Jadon Sancho,
Right,
taking the problems away from both of them.
I would take. Sancho is not a right. He's not a right-footed player. Actually, you understand. So you need natural players who
No,
are.
I'm not talking about the position. I'm not talking about them to be in a position. I'm talking about footballers. Both of them as footballers. Who you taking?
Who will you
Anthony
take?
or Jadon Sancho?
Bro, to be honest, I'll take Sancho. Obviously,
Okay then, simple. Simple. Thank you.
I always like Sancho.
See, as you bowed to the ring, man.
I
God,
always
you
take
bowed
Sancho
to
because
the
I've
ring.
followed and I've liked Sancho before I started watching Anthony. You understand?
MESC, you should have stood your ground,
based
man.
on but based on what they can actually give or offer based on their position on the pitch. I think Anthony, if he finds his rhythm, if he finds or gets to where we expect him to be, I think he'll be much better. He's a natural right winger. Sancho is not a natural right winger, if you know what I mean. And I'm not saying you must be natural before you perform better than any other person. No, I'm not saying that, but that is an advantage, you know. And
let me play the same game with Tony. Tony, close your eyes. I got a couple of players for you. Two or three players with you. Right, you ready? Right, okay. Let's go. First one, Bukayo Saka.
Cutting in.
That's easy. Come on.
Penetrating.
Come on. Okay. Right. Next one. Let's go. Who am I going to give you? Okay. Next one. Let's go. Big Ronaldo. The real Ronaldo.
Delima?
No, Ronaldo, as in Brazilian Ronaldo.
Yeah, Delima now.
Yes, Brazilian Ronaldo.
Yeah. Delima. Yeah. Dribbling. Dribbles. He dribbles. Goals. Yeah, scores. Yeah. Dribbles. Yeah.
Created skills by himself. Okay, let me give you another one. Your right back, or used to be your right back, Cedric.
Calamity Cedric. No.
I knew you were gonna say
No, Calamity, man, bro. No. It's not for nothing, man. No. It's Calamity, bro.
It's a good game, man. It's a good game. You know, when people talk about players, I like to just get their thoughts on what they actually think of the player, like what he does. Because when you name certain players, you should be able to just know what that player does. Do you know what I mean? Like if you name Haaland and if you name Mbappe, you're gonna have two different opinions, right? You're gonna like, Haaland goals. Mbappe, you're gonna have speed, you're gonna have dribbling, you're gonna have goals. Do you know what I mean? So there's certain things. You know, that's why I quickly play that game with him to see what your thoughts were.
I can give you yours. I can give you yours too now, man. I can give you yours too now. Okay, and I'll do it with your own players. Jesus Navas.
You know what? Speed. He had an abundance. Not much else I can say, to be honest.
So I almost got you on that one. Okay.
There's one player that you can ask from me, and you will kill me right now. I don't know if you remember.
No. Answer this one.
Calvin Phillips. So you're low. Bros. Crickets. I'm silent. I'm silent.
Man. Yeti has given me that expert. Okay, Mario Balotelli.
Come on, character, personality. The most famous assist of City's history. Come on, only that alone tells you he's one and only assist.
Why always me?
Why always me?
Always me.
Such a character, man. Such a big player, big game player. nerve of steel when it comes to penalty taking. Amazing player.
Amazing player. See, we've come to the end of the show, yeah, guys. Yeah, let's hope that Tottenham lose tomorrow. Let's hope that Manchester United.
We
I'm talking
win
to the
tomorrow.
Arsenal fans. Let's hope that Man United win
Yeah,
on
of course.
Saturday. Sorry, I think it's on Saturday. No, it's
No,
Sunday.
no, on
Super
Sunday.
Sunday,
On
actually.
Sunday, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Let's
On
pray that
Sunday.
Man United win on Sunday, and of course, Arsenal fans. Let's hope that Arsenal, go and give Sheffield United, yeah, a beating at home. So let's just do that and see where it takes us to. Uh, Onome, shout out where people can find you, man. Man,
Don't find
Onome,
me.
me and you
Don't
have me
find
and you
me.
have done 2 hours 25 minute shift,
And
man.
it
Long,
felt like
long
it felt like it
arguments,
felt
man.
like 20 minutes to be fair.
Yeah, 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 sure. MEFC Global, please shout out where people could find you, man, brother.
Yeah, MEFC Global on Instagram, underscore MEFC Global. That's a Man United fan channel that I run. And I'm also on Twitter as well.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, yeah, guys, yeah. Simple. I think you guys have to join us on. I think join us tomorrow, probably if Deji Sports might be joining us tomorrow. So, guys, you have to check that one out. Yeah, with Deji Sports. Yeah, and from us here, we are out. Big ups.
Peace, people. Later.
Peace.